A metaphysics master sets up a fortune-telling stall but gets mistaken for a scammer. 2.5 minutes later, Su Jin put her things back into her small cloth bag. Aunt Jo from the neighboring stall saw her packing up. Smiling, she asked why Su Jin was closing so early today. Su Jin said someone was coming to pick her up. Then she seriously calculated with her fingers and said the person had arrived. Aunt Jo was still confused. The next moment, a luxury car stopped by the roadside. A man and a woman stepped out of the car. They clearly looked like a successful man and a rich lady. As the man took off his glasses, Su Jin calmly said, "You're here to pick me up, right?" The man froze for a moment. Then tears welled up in his eyes. "Ah Jin, I'm your father." Sobs. Su Jin calmly replied, "I know. Let's go." She got into the car, ready to leave. Aunt Jo knocked on the car window. "Girl, I don't have much to give you. Take these bags of seeds to snack on the road." Su Jin quickly thanked her. "I have something for you too." She rummaged through her cloth bag. "Auntie, keep this talisman with you. It'll protect you from misfortune." Aunt Jo took the talisman, not showing the slightest hint of disdain. Not long after, Su Jin arrived at Xuanqing Temple. Though the temple was dilapidated, it had sheltered her from wind and rain. She had lived there ever since getting lost. Now, she was the only one left in the temple. She came out holding a memorial tablet. Seeing it, Su Zhengguang asked whose tablet it was. Su Jin glanced at it and said, "The founder of Xuanqing Temple. I'm heading down the mountain now. Of course I can't leave him alone here. As the current head of the temple, I must ensure the founder receives more incense offerings. I'll revive Xuanqing Temple." Su Zhengguang looked at his daughter, then at the memorial tablet in her arms. He thought, "It's over. My daughter is nuts." Yao Yu had a complicated expression too. Soon, they arrived home. In the car, Su Zhengguang admitted the house was only slightly better than the temple. But he promised to make it up to her. Su Jin simply replied, "No need. These things are all worldly possessions." That deeply moved Su Zhengguang. Then the car went silent. Su Jin quietly watched the setting sun. Meanwhile, back in Watching Village, Aunt Jo ran into trouble. What usually took her 2.5 minutes to walk home, today had taken over 10 minutes and she still hadn't reached the turn. Aunt Jo grew increasingly uneasy. She wanted to ask someone for directions. But the area was eerily quiet. Not a single person in sight. A cold wind suddenly blew. Black mist hidden in the wind flew toward her. She suddenly felt a burning sensation in her pocket. Startled, she stumbled. A talisman fell out of her pocket. It started burning slowly as it hit the ground. She could hear a sharp, ghostly scream. Aunt Jo didn't dare linger. Seeing the fork in the road ahead, she rushed forward. The talisman continued to burn away. The girl told someone he was being cheated on the first time they met. Just earlier, Su Jin had been brought home by Su Zhengguang from the temple. She happily got out of the car. She was stunned upon seeing the mansion. Wasn't this place supposed to be only slightly better than the temple? This was way more than slightly. There were 2 rows of maids welcoming her. What the heck? This wasn't ordinary wealth anymore. Seeing all this, she was speechless. She could only think. Poverty really limits imagination. Su Zhengguang saw she was dazed and said, "Ah Jin, let me show you around." Yao Yu quickly added, "The child must be hungry. Let's go eat first." Just then, a middle-aged man wearing glasses walked over. Su Zhengguang immediately frowned. The man calmly said, "Brother Su, about that deal we discussed a few days ago." Before he could finish, Su Zhengguang pulled him aside. "President Shu, I just found my long-lost daughter. There's no time to talk business today." Shu Chengfeng glanced over. "That outfit, is she a little Taoist nun?" Su Jin pointed to herself. "Are you calling me a little Taoist nun?" To be fair, her outfit really did resemble a Taoist's. Even Yao Yue thought the same thing. She figured she should get Ah Jin a change of clothes. At that moment, Su Zhengguang whispered, "President Shu, which hospital do your sons work at again? Could you introduce them to me?" Though they spoke quietly, Su Jin heard every word clearly. She calculated with her fingers. Then murmured, "That's not right. His offspring luck is weak." Su Zhengguang quickly waved his hands. "Ah Jin, you can't say stuff like that. But Su Jin was sure she didn't calculate wrong. She thought for a bit, then said seriously, "Mr. Shu, your wife is cheating on you." As soon as she said that, Shu Chengfeng trembled with rage. Luckily, Su Zhengguang held her back. Otherwise Su Jin might have gotten beaten up. It took all of Su Zhengguang's effort to get her to leave. Thinking about what she just did, he was convinced his daughter was seriously ill. She needed to see a doctor immediately. So Su Jin was tricked into going to the hospital for a checkup. The excuse was to accompany her father, and get herself checked out too. Afterward, Yao Yue asked with concern if she felt unwell. Su Jin calmly replied that she didn't. Hearing that she was fine, Yao Yue smiled and said, "Then let's wait for your father over there. He's still being examined." After Su Jin turned to leave, Yao Yue quickly asked Su Zhengguang to check the results. Luckily, he understood what she meant. Meanwhile, as Su Jin opened a door, she paused. She sensed something strange on this floor. When she focused, she realized it was purple energy. But it was strange. It seemed to be struggling against a dark energy. Yao Yue noticed her staring at one spot. So she asked, "Ah Jin, what's wrong?" Su Jin calmly replied, "Nothing. You can't see him." Yao Yu's face turned pale. What do you mean, him? Yao Yue was truly terrified. She wondered if this kid could really see unclean things. The metaphysical prodigy had sensed a disturbance at the hospital. Her stepmother quickly asked what was wrong. Su Jin calmly said, "You can't see him." Yao Yu's face turned pale again. What do you mean, him? She was really frightened. She thought maybe this girl could see ghosts. Su Jin didn't notice Yao Yu's expression. She walked off in another direction. Yao Yue quickly called out, "Ah Jin, where are you going? Let's go back. Your dad should be done." But Su Jin had arrived at a hospital room door. Black mist was seeping out from inside. She carefully pushed open the door. In the next second, the black mist condensed rapidly, forming into a grinning black ghost head. Su Jin immediately took out a talisman, and chanted a lightning spell. Thunder struck the black mist repeatedly, burning it with flames. The ghost howled in agony, and soon vanished completely. The room returned to normal. Su Jin realized she was too late. She didn't get to see the person with both purple and death energy. Yao Yue didn't feel safe leaving her alone, so she had followed her. Seeing her leave again, she asked what was wrong. Su Jin calmly replied, "I saw a strange person. There was death aura on him." Yao Yue shuddered at the word, death aura. She thought, being a stepmother isn't easy. Meanwhile, Su Zhengguang double-checked the report. "Doctor, are you sure my daughter's brain is fine?" The doctor was helpless, so he replied, "She's fine. In fact, she's very healthy." Then he offered him a few suggestions. Su Zhengguang quickly nodded and said he understood. Then the whole family drove back home. Su Jin sat obediently in the back seat. Su Zhengguang glanced at the rearview mirror, and silently shed a tear, thinking, "My dear daughter, why is your fate so bitter? Dad will definitely find the cause of your illness." Not long after, they got home. Su Jin got out of the car, and suddenly sensed that energy again. As she stepped out, she noticed a crowd at the door. They seemed to be moving things in. She immediately recognized the man she missed at the hospital. That man kept coughing. Seeing his daughter staring, Su Zhengguang asked what she was looking at. Yao Yue quickly explained that it was Mr. Yuan's new house. He had just moved in recently. Su Jin said the man's aura matched the one from the hospital, and that his life was almost over. No sooner had she said it than it came true. Mr. Yuan is dying soon. Su Zhengguang looked worried too. "This is bad. Ah Jin, what nonsense are you saying?" Though she didn't speak loudly, the bodyguards heard it all. They all turned to stare at Su Jin. But Su Jin just calmly walked toward Mr. Yuan. Su Zhengguang and Yao Yue shouted for her to come back. But Su Jin walked up and said, "Yours should have been a prosperous fate, destined to soar like a dragon. What a pity." The mystic prodigy declared someone was dying on the first meeting. That man was the renowned Mr. Yuan. The bodyguards immediately warned her. Su Zhengguang stammered, Mr. Yuan, my daughter is just talking nonsense. If we've disturbed you, please forgive us." Yao Yue also said anxiously, "Ah Jin, what are you doing? Come back here." But Su Jin looked unconcerned. As she left, she muttered, "Purple aura all over. A great fate originally, but someone tampered with it." She didn't speak loudly, but Mr. Yuan heard every word. Su Jin was still pondering his destiny. But Su Jungguang and Yao Yue pulled her away. Mr. Yuan understood what Su Jin meant. He looked at her and said, "I'm Yuan Jin." Su Jin calmly introduced herself too. Not flustered at all, but Su Jungguang was extremely nervous, wondering when Mr. Yuan became so easygoing. Even introduced himself to Ah Jin? Su Jin didn't say much more, just handed over a business card, saying he could find her if needed. Mr. Yuan looked at the card curiously. He had no idea where the Xuanqing Temple was, and he looked up again. Su Jin had been dragged off. Su Jin looked utterly confused. At the doorstep, she blocked her dad and stepmom from entering, and seriously said, "I've got something important to do. Don't disturb me." Su Jungguang asked, "What is it? Can't your parents know?" Su Jin nodded quickly, "Nope." Then closed the door. Ignoring the two outside, she spent a while inside the room, and soon drew the talisman she needed. She was just about to be happy when she remembered something. So she looked at the ancestral tablet and said, "Today I met a strange person. His fate has been altered. Master always said changing fate defies heaven. Whoever did it must be really strong. I'll use this talisman to shield him from the death aura for now." Just as she finished speaking, the tablet fell over. Su Jin looked puzzled, felt like the ancestor was warning her. So she picked the tablet back up, then said, "Don't worry, ancestor. I'm not giving this talisman away for free. I still have a business to run. He has to pay for it." She went downstairs with the talisman, only to hear someone yelling, "You hillbilly girl, what did you tell my dad? It's because of you. My mom is still in the hospital. Why are you ruining the Shu family? Come out here. I'm going to beat you to death." Su Jungguang broke into a cold sweat hearing that. He wondered, could it be that Madame Shu really cheated on old Shu? However, Yao Yu looked quite excited. He hadn't expected his daughter's words to come true. Su Jin didn't think much of it. She just calmly said, "You're looking for me?" When young Master Shu saw Su Jin, he frowned and said, "So, you're Su Jin?" Su Jin glanced at him, and casually said, "You look like someone destined for prison." Everyone was startled by her words. You can't just say things like that. But only young Master Shu was truly terrified. A metaphysics master meets him for the first time, and declares he's prison-bound. Back when Su Jin had just come home, she met her father's business partner. Out of kindness, she warned him he was being cheated on. Not long after, that man's son came knocking angrily. Seeing how furious he was, Su Jin quickly raised her hand and said, "Stay back. I don't want to get tainted by your filth." That completely confused young Master Shu. "What filth? You brat, say it clearly." Su Jin just smiled faintly. "You're not only lazy, but also malicious. You're a total scumbag. There's more than one strand of dark energy on your brow. You probably have more than one life on your hands." Those words left young Master Shu frozen. Even Su Jungguang was stunned. He had no idea young Master Shu could be a killer. If it was true, that'd be terrifying. Su Jin calculated with her fingers again. "You've taken 3 lives. One of them shares your bloodline." Su Jin looked at him coldly and sneered. "You even killed your own child. You're worse than a beast." Young Master Shu quickly tried to defend himself. But Su Jin didn't bother arguing with trash like him. She just smiled and said, "Someone's calling you. Aren't you going to answer?" He instinctively picked up his phone to check. "No one's calling. You're just messing." Before he finished, the phone started ringing. His hands trembled as he answered. Shu Chengfeng's furious voice came from the other end. "You're not my son. You're not." That shattered young Master Shu. His phone fell to the ground. His knees gave out, and he dropped to the floor. He cried out in fear. How could this be? She got everything right. No, this must be a coincidence. Su Jin looked at him calmly and said, "You reap what you sow. Your karma is coming soon." Young Master Shu was already falling apart. He couldn't believe it. He didn't want to believe it. Then, like a madman, he ran outside. At that moment, A hand gently landed on Su Jin's shoulder. Yao Yu trembled and said, "Ah Jin, can you really read fortunes?" Su Jin just let out a soft hum. The next moment, Yao Yu's expression changed completely. He turned to Su Jungguang. Did you hear that?" Su Jungguang was now overjoyed. "Ah Jin is amazing, but what's the deal with young Master Shu?" Su Jin thought for 2.5 seconds. He'll be in prison within 3 days. And his mother, she faked a fall down the stairs to hide her affair. I did the math. It's nothing serious. No need to apologize. Su Jungguang and Yao Yu completely changed their minds. She's not crazy at all. All that nonsense is out the window. At that moment, Su Jin was told. Someone had come to see her. She turned around in confusion. A man in glasses smiled and said, "Miss Su, my master would like to see you." Su Jin followed the man with glasses to Master Yuan's villa. The man told her to wait a moment. He said he'd go fetch Master Yuan. As soon as he left, Su Jin immediately sensed a presence of death. She looked up and found the whole house filled with deathly energy. 2.5 minutes later, Yuan Jin came downstairs. The two saw each other at the same time. Their eyes met directly. The girl thought she'd be ripped off when selling a talisman. But instead the buyer turned out overly generous. Su Jin entered the villa at Master Yuan's invitation. Master Yuan looked at Su Jin and calmly said, "Miss Su, I invited you to discuss a business matter." Su Jin smiled. "What a coincidence. I also wanted to talk business with you." This slightly surprised Master Yuan. He couldn't help but smile a little. Then Su Jin pulled out a talisman from her small satchel. "Keep this talisman close. It'll protect you from evil spirits. Put it under your pillow at night to prevent nightmares." Master Yuan frowned at these words. Anyone else would think this girl was scamming him. But seeing her so serious, he asked, "So what do you know?" Then he reached to take the talisman. Su Jin quickly pulled her hand back, grabbing the talisman with it. She shot him a wary glance. "You look pretty wealthy, and you still want it for free?" Master Yuan was dumbfounded. Su Jin leaned back on the sofa, putting on a mature, serious face. "Master Yuan, there's no free lunch in this world. This talisman isn't free. If you want me to read your fortune or face, that costs money. In our world, karma matters. My revealing of fate is the cause. Your payment is the effect. So, you get it?" She spoke lightly on the surface. But inside thought, trying to get info for free? Dream on. Not happening. Master Yuan reacted quickly. He was surprised, but also resigned. With a soft smile, he pulled out his phone. "How much does Miss Su charge? Can I transfer it to you?" Su Jin glanced at him, then reported a payment number. She raised 2 fingers, before she could name the amount. Master Yuan replied, "All right." The next second, his phone chimed. Alipay. 200,000 yuan received. Su Jin took out her old flip phone to check. Her face was full of disbelief. 200,000? She was completely stunned. So many zeros. She swallowed nervously, then double-checked her phone. Then looked back at Master Yuan, thinking, so he's just a big sucker, huh? No wonder someone altered his fate. She raised 2 fingers meaning 200 yuan. But this fool thought she meant 200,000. Oh well, let it be 200,000. Su Jin put her phone back in her pocket, pretending to stay calm, but her mind had already drifted far away. Xingcheng really is a great place. Just thinking of the money, she immediately put on a new face. "Master Yuan, what would you like to know?" "Fortune-telling, face reading, feng shui. I do it all." Master Yuan was caught off guard. "You said I was about to die earlier." So Su Jin quickly explained. "Well, here's the thing. Generally speaking, people can have purple energy, death energy, or dark energy. Death energy appears on those near death. Dark energy means you're haunted. As for purple energy, that's 1 in 10,000. Your purple aura is very strong, Master Yuan. In ancient times, you would have been an emperor. Someone as noble as you should have lived a long life. But you also have death energy, which means someone altered your fate." Master Yuan didn't fully get it. With a confused face, he asked, "Altered my fate? Take money to solve others' problems, huh? Even little priestesses are no exception." Su Jin said that if Master Yuan lived in ancient times, he would have had the fate of an emperor. He should have lived a long life. But now he was surrounded by death energy. And the reason for that? Someone tampered with fate itself. Of course, the person using such forbidden magic would also suffer a powerful backlash. If I'm not mistaken, your fate was altered over a decade ago. Hearing this, Master Yuan broke into a cold sweat. But he remained silent and listened. Seeing this, Su Jin continued. When you were 20, you were destined to die. But someone gave up their life to shield you from it. Seeing Master Yuan visibly downcast, Su Jin patted his shoulder. Don't worry, since I took your money. I won't let you die so easily. Master Yuan gave an awkward smile. Then Su Jin pulled out the talisman from earlier. She confidently handed it to him. This talisman can suppress the death energy around you. Make sure you carry it with you. If you need anything else, feel free to come find me. Master Yuan accepted it and thanked her. But then he was startled. The moment he held the talisman, he felt a wave of warmth spread through his body. Soon after, Master Yuan personally walked Su Jin out. Su Jin waved at him. If anything comes up, you can come find me anytime, Master Yuan. She didn't want anyone else taking this generous sucker away. Master Yuan smiled faintly. Miss Su has helped me so much. If you ever need anything from me, don't hesitate to ask. This stunned Yuan Shi and all the bodyguards. Yuan Shi was speechless. Is Master Yuan insane? Or are we all blind? Master Yuan personally escorted her out? What kind of business was this? Why was he being so polite? Just as they finished whispering, Su Jin turned around and pointed at Yuan Shi. Your luck is bad today. You'll face a bloody mishap. Don't leave the house. Yuan Shi was even more confused. He had no idea what that meant. But Master Yuan understood right away. After going back inside, he told Yuan Shi not to go out today. Yuan Shi replied, Didn't you need me to run that errand? Before he could finish, Master Yuan cut him off. I already gave it to someone else. Just stay in the villa. Yuan Shi scratched his head in confusion. Then said, Okay, I'll go tidy up my room. But Master Yuan underestimated fate. The chandelier above Yuan Shi's head suddenly fell without warning. A loud crash followed. The chandelier slammed into the floor. Luckily, Yuan Shi sensed the danger, and instinctively dodged to the side. He avoided the main hit, but his face was still cut by glass shards. He wiped away the blood. He never expected the bloody mishap to be real. Master Yuan glanced over, and sighed, Take care of this. And clean the place up too. Yuan Shi replied with an, Okay. Meanwhile, Su Jin was happily talking. Ancestor, you don't know? That was the strongest death aura I've ever seen. Even though it was tough to dispel, he paid well, so I decided to give it a try. But just as she said that, the memorial tablet on the table toppled. Su Jin didn't know what was wrong with her ancestor now. Does he have something to say again? The metaphysics master actually upset her ancestor spirit, just because she said she'd help Master Yuan dispel the death aura. Right after she said that, the ancestor's tablet on the table fell over. Seeing the ancestor disapproved, Su Jin grinned and said, Don't be mad, ancestor. This is a big commission. If I don't earn money, how can I revive Xuanqing Temple? I'll buy a new incense burner tomorrow. How about that? Don't be mad, okay? Meanwhile, at the Yuan family villa, Yuan Shi and brother Yi were lying in the yard basking in the moonlight. He was just thinking that Su Jin's prediction about disaster was quite accurate. The next second, the lounge chair suddenly snapped. He hadn't even reacted yet. When, thud, he fell down flat on his back. Brother Yi burst out laughing next to him. Shi Ji Yi, you look just like a big turtle flipped upside down. After laughing, he went over to help him up. Yuan Shi clutched his waist in pain. Brother Yi was worried he might have broken his tailbone. But just 2 steps later, another mishap happened. Yuan Shi heard something breaking. As he looked up, he saw it was the parasol. It gave him quite a scare. He shouted, Get out of the way. Then pushed Brother Yi aside just in time. With a loud thud, the parasol came crashing down. A trembling hand stretched out from under it. Meanwhile, Su Jin was leisurely sipping tea at home. Soon, Yuan Shi showed up leaning on a cane. Yuan Shi now firmly believed in Su Jin's accurate predictions. As soon as he saw Su Jin, he politely said, "Miss Su. I'm here to talk business." Su Jin glanced at him, then raised 2 fingers and calmly said, 200. Yuan Shi was a bit confused by that, but he obediently agreed anyway. He handed over 2 red notes without hesitation. "Miss Su, I haven't even said what I need yet." Su Jin snatched the money and said, "No need. I already know. Leave it to me." She immediately started drawing a talisman with swift, fluid strokes. Every stroke was smooth and graceful. Soon, a golden glow shimmered from the talisman. The process left Yuan Shi stunned. Su Jin handed the talisman to him, and reminded him to keep it close at all times. It would keep him safe for the time being. Yuan Shi looked at the talisman over and over again. Just 200 yuan? Can it really be this powerful? Su Jin didn't mind his doubt at all. With a calm face she said, 200 is the standard price for a safety charm. If you have other requests, I can help too, but that's a different price. If you want your fortune read, I'll give you a discount. Yuan Shi quickly shook his head. No need. Thank you, Miss Su. We'll be going now. Su Jin casually said, take care, no need to see you out. After leaving the Su family villa, Yuan Shi looked confused and said, Brother Yi, do you think Third Master came here to get his fortune told? Brother Yi also found it a bit absurd. That only puzzled Yuan Shi more. Third Master actually believes in this stuff? Brother Yi looked awkward. Third Master's thinking is sometimes hard to understand. A stepmom better than your real mom. That's rarer than winning the lottery. After spending 200 yuan on a talisman, Yuan Shi limped back to the Yuan family villa to find Third Master Yuan. Third Master simply looked up and asked, how'd it go? Yuan Shi quickly pulled out the talisman. Third Master, Miss Su sold me this safety charm. Third Master Yuan calmly said, keep it on you. That left Yuan Shi speechless. That's it? He hesitantly added, Miss Su, she. Before he could finish, Third Master glanced up at him again. Don't judge people by appearances. Show Miss Su more respect next time. That sharp look in his eyes made Yuan Shi tremble. He immediately stammered, yes, sir. Seeing him still standing there, Third Master asked, anything else? Yuan Shi scratched his head shyly. I'm just afraid the chandelier will fall. Third Master put down his papers and looked at him again. With that talisman on you, nothing else will happen. Yuan Shi's eyes lit up at those words. He might not believe anyone else, but never doubted Third Master. As Third Master went upstairs, he told Yuan Shi to get reimbursed for the talisman from Yuan Yi. Yuan Shi quickly waved his hands, no need. I can afford this much. He didn't want to ask Yuan Yi to reimburse 200 yuan. He'd be scolded to death. Yuan Sanye stopped in his tracks upon hearing that. Then he looked at Yuan Shi beside him. He rubbed his chin and frowned. He thought, Yuan Shi is this rich already? Why would he spend 200,000 on a talisman? Looks like this kid has saved up quite the dowry. Seeing Yuan Sanye staring at him, Yuan Shi sheepishly headed upstairs. But for some reason, he felt a chill down his spine. He had no idea it was all because of that 200 yuan blessing talisman. Around noon, Su Jin and Yao Yu had lunch. He ate 5 small bowls, then said, I'm full. I'm going out to buy a few things. After the meal, Su Jin slung on his yellow cloth bag and got ready to leave. Yao Yu quickly stopped him. Ah Jin, you have so many nice clothes and bags in your closet. Why not use those? Su Jin looked down at the cloth bag. Thinking about his outfit, he realized it might be too attention-grabbing. Looking at Yao Yu's sincere face, he smiled and said, then I'll switch bags. Back in the room, Yao Yu saw Su Jin's cloth bag, spilling out a pile of stuff. Looking at the strange assortment of items, Yao Yu was shocked. Ah Jin, is this a Doraemon pouch? Su Jin casually said, no. That made Yao Yu even more curious. Then what is it? Su Jin held up 2 fingers. Yao Yu didn't get it. Then Su Jin smiled and said, 200 yuan, ladies' deal. Yao Yu felt very conflicted. He didn't even know what face to make anymore. A young girl had exposed a rich lady's affair with a few words, even claiming her son wasn't her husband's. Just now, when Yao Yu saw Su Jin's cloth pouch, he asked about how it could hold so much. Su Jin said it was due to a space talisman. Yao Yu was stunned again. He didn't even know what a space talisman was. Su Jin stuck the talisman on his crossbody bag, then said, "This is my own invention. As long as you stick the talisman to a bag, the bag's interior will become like a storage ring. Just like this." Then he pulled a turtle shell from the bag. It quickly shrank. Yao Yu was amazed. "This space talisman is incredible. Ah Jin, do you have more?" Su Jin waved his hand. "That was the last one. I'm out." Yao Yu smiled awkwardly. After a while, Su Jin turned back to look at him. "If you want to buy one, I can draw it for you tonight. I'm going out now to buy cinnabar and yellow paper." Yao Yu instantly whined affectionately. "Ah Jin, you're too good." But Su Jin still said firmly, 200, no bargaining. The next second, he silently praised himself. "I really am a low-key money-making genius." Soon after, Yao Yu followed Su Jin downstairs. Yao Yu said he knew Ching Chung well, and could help him shop. Su Jin readily agreed, but before they could leave, they were stopped. A group of rich ladies began shouting outside the Su residence. Yao Yu quickly asked what was going on. Someone apologized and said, "Madam, I really couldn't stop them." Just then, someone pointed at Su Jin and shouted, "Yao Yu, you're miserable yourself. So you let this prostitute wreck other families? Do you even have shame?" Yao Yu was stunned. "Why am I getting dragged into this?" Then several other ladies added fuel to the fire. "Oh Madam Shu, how could you say that? This girl was just brought back. It has nothing to do with Madam Su." "Exactly. Madam Su probably doesn't get along with her either. I think Madam Su is innocent. If you want to yell, yell at that wild girl." Hearing all this, Su Jin basically understood the situation. Madam Shu, hearing what the other wealthy ladies said, froze for a moment, not sure how to respond. She stayed quiet with a conflicted expression. She immediately shifted her attention to Su Jin. "You threw the Shu family into chaos. Don't you feel any guilt? Even if you're mentally slow, that's no excuse to ruin my Shu family." Yao Yu immediately rushed in front of Su Jin. "Insult me all you want, but don't you dare insult my precious daughter." Su Jin calmly said, "It's fine. She can say what she wants. She's just venting." Right after she said that, Madam Shu grabbed her. "You think I'm just venting? Then I'll show you what I mean." Still calm, Su Jin said, "Madam Shu, did you talk to your son before coming here?" At the mention of her son, Madam Shu grew even angrier. "My son got sick after coming back from you, and you dare bring him up? You're the curse who ruined him." Su Jin looked at her calmly. "Do you know why your son got sick?" Madam Shu quickly asked why. She really didn't know why her son had suddenly fallen ill. Su Jin raised 3 fingers. "Because, I calculated that he has 3 lives on his hands. He'll be in prison before long." Hearing that her son would be imprisoned, Madam Shu clutched her head. "You're lying. My son is so filial. He would never hurt anyone." Su Jin sighed and smiled. "Why do people insist on lying to themselves? Madam Shu, after you married into the Shu family, the men around you never stopped coming. Your son isn't even Mr. Shu's. His head's been covered in green for years now." Madam Shu became more and more horrified. She covered her ears and shouted, "No, no way. You're making it all up." Su Jin crossed her arms and chuckled. "If I'm making it up, then why are you so nervous?" Madam Shu immediately realized something. "You little menace, I'm going to rip your mouth off." With just a few words, the little priestess had humiliated a wealthy madam. Even her usual socialites joined in to kick her while she was down. Seeing her actions exposed on the spot, Madam Shu screamed, "I'll tear your mouth apart." Su Jin easily sidestepped the attack. Madam Shu hadn't expected to miss entirely. She ended up falling flat on the ground. Still, she growled, "I'll kill you." Yao Yu burst out laughing. What a joke. Turns out Madam Shu is great at keeping secrets. You cheated on Shu Changfeng all these years? You're so capable. Madam Shu couldn't stand Yao Yu's mockery. She shouted, "Why are you 3 just standing there? Go beat up that cursed pair. But none of her socialite friends moved. They were afraid their reputations would be tarnished. Besides, with all this mess, Madame Shu could no longer stay in this circle. Seeing her once chatty friends now ignore her, she immediately turned on the drama. Don't listen to this little menace's lies. I've always been faithful to my husband. I've never had another man. Su Jin just laughed at the drama. Oh please, Shu already got a paternity test. The hospital can't be wrong, right? Her socialite friends immediately piled on. Oh my god, a paternity test? So Mr. Shu raised someone else's son for over 10 years? Tell us. Who's the real father? Madame Shu was gritting her teeth from all the mocking. How dare you slander me? I'll kill you for this. She shouted and took off her red high heel. Then hurled it straight at Su Jin. Su Jin effortlessly dodged it. She looked at Madame Shu and said coolly, if you didn't do wrong, you wouldn't need to fear others knowing. Why struggle pointlessly? At that moment, Madame Shu's phone suddenly rang. Su Jin glanced at her. Phone's ringing. Not answering? Your son's been arrested. Hearing Su Jin's words, Madame Shu snapped back to reality. She answered the phone and heard an anxious voice. Madam, something terrible happened. Second young master has been arrested. They're saying he committed murder. Hearing this shocking news, Madame Shu finally broke down. She couldn't believe it was real. She couldn't even hold her phone. Her body collapsed like a deflated balloon. The caller anxiously shouted, Madam, Madam, but she couldn't hear a single word. None of this affected Su Jin in the slightest. She quickly said, Yao Yao, let's go shopping, otherwise the stores will close soon. Yao Yao happily agreed. They had just taken a few steps when Madame Shu suddenly hugged Su Jin's leg. Crying, she said, Miss Su, it's my fault. I failed to recognize your worth. You're so powerful. I beg you, save my son. I can't live without him. Su Jin didn't want to deal with her. She simply shook her off. Then said meaningfully, the air's getting chilly. The Shu family is about to fall. Yao Yao looked at her daughter, thinking that line sounded so domineering. Like something a CEO would say. The girl only needed to count on her fingers to know someone was arriving. Just earlier, Su Jin had taken Yao Yao out shopping. She pulled out her list and asked where to buy the items. Yao Yao glanced at it and said Chingcheng Old Street had everything. So the two headed there by car. Soon, they arrived at their destination. Yao Yao looked around and sighed. I've lived in Chingcheng for over 30 years. And this is my first time here. They soon found a shop selling Taoist goods. The shady-looking owner greeted them warmly. Su Jin said coolly, I want your best cinnabar and yellow paper. Seeing a fat sheep walk in, the boss quickly brought out the goods. Young lady, this is our finest cinnabar. Su Jin took one glance and said, this is obviously fake. And the yellow paper is low grade too. If you're selling spiritual goods, why cheat your customers? Seeing her anger, the shop owner was instantly embarrassed. He hadn't realized she was an expert, so he quickly bowed and apologized. Su Jin snorted coldly. The boss then took out his genuine cinnabar from the counter. Young lady, it's not that I sell fakes. It's just that most people want novelty. If they bought the real stuff and offended spirits, wouldn't that hurt them? Su Jin looked back at him. Wow, you can even justify selling fakes with confidence. Do you have incense? Give me some. The boss scratched his head awkwardly. We're sold out of incense. Yao Yao pointed to a corner. There's still a bunch over there. The boss froze. Oh, those are pre-orders. They've paid a deposit. Yao Yao asked, when's the next batch coming in? The boss said it would take 2 more days. That made Su Jin frown. If she returned without incense, her ancestor would definitely be upset. Thinking this, she stood with hands on hips, calculating. The next second, a slight smile appeared. Then she asked the boss to pack the items on the table. The boss quickly wrapped the cinnabar in yellow paper. Su Jin paid but didn't leave. The boss grew nervous. Is she going to cause trouble? Young lady, what is it? Su Jin simply smiled, waiting for someone. The boss was confused. Waiting for who? Su Jin didn't hide it. I'm waiting for someone willing to share their incense. At first, the boss didn't get it. Then he said, the little Taoist is coming tomorrow. You might be waiting in vain today. Su-jin shook her head with a smile. I won't wait in vain. Because he's already here. 2.5 seconds later, a little Taoist came jogging from outside the shop. Boss, our temple placed a big incense order with you a few days ago. I'm here to pick it up today. This gave the shopkeeper quite a scare. He immediately bowed and apologized to Su-jin. Master, please don't take offense. It was my fault just now. I was blind and looked down on you. Su-jin quickly waved her hand and said it was fine. The young Taoist scratched his head in confusion. Boss, where's the incense I asked for? The boss turned and said, please wait a moment. I'll go get it for you right away. Once the boss left, Su-jin came over to the young Taoist. Can I trade this peace charm for a stick of incense? The young Taoist paused slightly at the charm Su-jin handed over. The fake master at the street stall had just met a real one. While Su-jin was buying Taoist items, the top-grade incense had already been bought by the young Taoist. So she wanted to exchange a peace charm for some. The young Taoist looked confused. Boss Su, what's going on here? The boss quickly explained. This young lady also wants that premium incense. But we're out of stock. So Su-jin continued. So, how about it? Would you consider it? The young Taoist looked at the peace charm in her hand. After a brief moment of thought, he said, all right. I'll trade with you. He took out a stick of incense from his bag. They exchanged incense and charm with smiles. Both laughed and were satisfied with the trade. Then each went their separate way. The young Taoist was happy holding the peace charm. His senior had asked him to draw one. He hadn't managed it in days. Now he could finally hand one in. After leaving, Su-jin and Yao Yu put the incense into a bag. Yao Yu paused at the sight. Jin, your space charm is amazing. He blinked eagerly, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Su-jin smiled and said, don't worry. I'll draw you one when we get back. As many as you want. Looking at his daughter's adorable face, Yao Yu felt his heart struck like an arrow. Then he giggled. Jin is the best. At that moment, a fortune-telling stall owner stood up and approached. Ladies, our meeting is fate. Would you like a reading? Su-jin looked at him playfully. Can you really tell fortunes? The stall owner stroked his beard like a sage. I, Master Hu, have been reading fortunes here for decades. I'm well known in these parts. Meeting me today is your lucky day. He began wildly calculating with his fingers. Su-jin looked at him with disdain. She wanted to see what nonsense he would make up. Then Master Hu pointed at Yao Yu in shock. Madam, misfortune is about to strike your household. Yao Yu froze briefly. He looked at his daughter and understood. Su-jin feigned surprise. Master Hu, tell us. What misfortune? I'm really worried now. Master Hu shook his head and looked at Yao Yu. Your husband's business will suffer a major setback this coming month. He may even face bankruptcy or jail. I suggest you resolve this early. Your lives might be at stake. Yao Yu looked deeply concerned. Then asked what they could do. Master Hu held up one finger. The heavens guided me to help you through this. So I'll only ask for a family-friendly price. 10,000 yuan. For that, I'll resolve your misfortune. Bring prosperity to your home, ensure good health, and boost your career. Su-jin was calm at first. But when she heard 10,000 yuan, family price, she couldn't take it anymore. This was straight-up robbery. As a real fortune-teller, her readings only cost 200. Who would have thought fake masters made so much? Then she pointed at Master Hu. You call yourself a master? Did you foresee getting beaten today? Master Hu instinctively stepped back. Young lady, what do you mean? Are you planning to hit me? I'm kindly giving you advice here. And you're going to beat me up? Aren't you afraid of angering me? No one will be able to help you then. Su-jin sneered coldly at Master Hu. Why would I need to do anything? The one coming to beat you is already here. A young rich second-generation kid. Turned out to be the perfect sucker. Chingcheng Old Street. Su-jin exposed the scammer fake master. She directly asked him, did you foresee getting beaten today? The fake master tried to speak. But then a man stormed over aggressively. That's the guy who scammed me for 100,000. Get him. As soon as he said that, his bodyguards responded immediately. A group started beating the fake master violently. The fake master begged for mercy. But before he could finish, his gold tooth had already been knocked out. Then only wails could be heard, getting louder and louder. The nearby stall owners gathered to watch. After all, it was common for scammers to get beaten. Yao Yu immediately recognized the man. He whispered nervously, "Ah Jin, let's go. That Chu Lin guy is not someone to mess with." But Su Jin didn't care at all. "Wait a second," Yao Yu asked confusedly. "Wait for what?" Su Jin simply said, "Wait for business." Her eyes sparkled immediately after. She sneakily slipped into the chaos. That scared Yao Yu badly. He hurriedly called out, "Ah Jin, come back." He knew that young Master Chu had a nasty reputation. But Su Jin didn't care who he was. Money was all that mattered. She rubbed her hands eagerly. "Young Master Chu, want a blessing?" Chu Lin didn't react at first. He froze for a couple of seconds, then frowned. He felt like she had just labeled him as rich and dumb. He let go of the fake master and glared at Su Jin. "You're so pretty. Why resort to scamming? You should just go home and eat. Or I'll hit you too." As soon as he said that, Su Jin slapped a talisman on his forehead. Chu Lin was about to lose it. "Huh? What did you stick on me?" Before he could finish, he suddenly felt refreshed and clear-headed. His rage had completely disappeared. Even his bodyguards were stunned. They had no idea what was going on. Then Su Jin calmly said, "You've had insomnia, vivid dreams, low energy lately. And your temper's been flaring for no reason, right? Am I wrong?" Chu Lin was shocked it was all true. He quickly asked, "What else can you see?" Su Jin put on a serious face and tore up the charm. Then turned away and said, "That'll cost extra." Chu Lin felt the anger returning. He stared at the torn charm. Master, please don't take it back." Su Jin said casually, "The free trial is over. Now it costs money." Chu Lin didn't hesitate. "I'll buy it. Buy. Seeing he was serious, Su Jin switched to money-hungry mode. She held up 2 fingers, 200 yuan. All payment methods accepted. That stunned Chu Lin for a second. Then he pulled out the cash. He didn't expect a real master to only charge 200. He glanced at the fake master nearby, thinking about the 100,000 he lost. He got angrier just looking at him. The fake master saw the anger and begged. After getting the money, Su Jin handed the talisman to Chu Lin. She told him, "Keep this protection charm on you at all times. Don't ever take it off." Chu Lin nodded eagerly. Then he asked carefully, "Master, can you tell me what caused it?" Su Jin didn't hide a thing. She just said lightly, "An evil aura." Chu Lin looked totally lost. But it sure sounded serious. Su Jin saw the worry on his face. Seeing how worried he was, Su Jin gave him a reassuring look. So he said there was nothing to be afraid of. Just keep the talisman close to your body. In just 3 days, the evil aura will be dispelled. But don't wander around for the next few days. If there's nothing urgent, go straight home. Chu Lin quickly nodded and agreed to follow the master's advice. Then they exchanged contact info and went their separate ways. Su Jin and Yao Yu didn't linger after leaving the ancient street. They got in the car and headed back. He took out his phone and accepted Chu Lin's friend request. Then saved his name as Unlucky Guy Number 2. Yao Yu thought about it for a moment and couldn't resist. "Ajin, don't tell me you've taken a liking to Chu Lin?" Su Jin just smiled. "You mean that unlucky guy just now?" She didn't answer directly, just mysteriously said, "Heaven's secrets mustn't be revealed. This matter isn't over yet." Such a stepmom, truly beloved by all who see her. While Yao Yu and Su Jin were returning from shopping, over at Baiyun Temple on Mount Qingcheng, a young Taoist bounced happily into a room after collecting some supplies. "Senior brother, look, this is what I refined." Hearing the voice of the little Taoist, his senior brother Fang Ji just looked up. The little Taoist scratched his head and said, "Senior brother, does this mean my homework gets cut in half starting today?" Seeing his senior brother take the talisman to inspect it, the little Taoist happily stood by waiting. But Fang Ji coldly said, "Starting today, your homework will double." The little Taoist was a bit confused. "I traded for a talisman. Why does that mean more homework?" Fang Ji snorted coldly. "The quality of this talisman Only someone like Master could draw it. You don't have that kind of cultivation. Caught trying to cheat, the little Taoist stuck out his tongue. Fang Ji pinched the little Taoist's cheek and asked where the talisman came from. Under his senior brother's pressure, the little Taoist truthfully explained the situation. Upon hearing that, Fang Ji quickly picked up a brush. How old is that girl? Any distinct features? The little Taoist lowered his head. She's probably just come of age. As for features, does being very pretty count? Fang Ji froze for 2 seconds and a half. Then he grabbed him angrily and said, besides your homework, copy the heart-clearing incantation 10 times a day. You're driving me mad. I'm telling Master right now. The little Taoist was almost crying from anger. Senior brother, you hit me. And I didn't even say anything wrong. That girl really was good looking. Fang Ji, holding the talisman, brought it to his master. His master checked it and asked who drew it. Fang Ji respectfully bowed. My little junior got it by trading a box with a girl. This left the master quite puzzled. Didn't expect someone to trade such a valuable talisman for a box. Then Fang Ji repeated what the little Taoist had said. That girl probably isn't a cultivator. The master grew serious upon hearing that. Since your junior got the talisman, have him wear it closely. Things have been uneasy in Qingcheng lately. Fang Ji got up and left. Meanwhile, Su Jin handed a spatial talisman and a peace charm to Yao Yu. Yao Yu's eyes lit up. She didn't expect them to be ready so quickly. Su Jin smiled and said, Yao Yu, stick the spatial talisman on your bag. When the cinnabar fades, it means the talisman has expired. And always carry the peace charm with you. Yao Yu was grinning from ear to ear. Sis, I'll really treasure them. She hadn't even finished getting emotional. Su Jin casually said, that'll be 400 yuan for the 2 talismans. All payment methods accepted. Without hesitation, Yao Yu pulled out 400 yuan bills. Looking at the 4 bills, Su Jin was overjoyed. She thought, if the founder knew I made this much money, they'd definitely be proud of me. Holding the 2 talismans, Yao Yu suddenly thought of something. So she asked, sis, what's the difference between a peace charm and a protection charm? Su Jin thought for a moment. There actually is a difference. A peace charm mainly ensures safety and smoothness. A protection charm wards off external attacks. Yao Yu had a sudden flash of insight. Then why not combine them? Su Jin was instantly enlightened. Yeah, why not? Why not develop an advanced protection charm? Then she spun around and rushed back to her room. Yao Yu had finally gotten the spatial charm she dreamed of. But the moment she got it, she thought of something else. She asked Su Jin if peace and protection charms could be merged. Su Jin instantly understood the idea. So she dashed off to her room in a hurry. Yao Yu was left speechless. Seeing Su Jin all flustered, she actually worried she'd hurt herself. But then she looked at the spatial charm she just got, and didn't want to worry anymore. Better try out the spatial charm first. She stuck it on her bag, then stuffed a bag of the same size inside it. Her eyes lit up in that moment. Then she kept putting more things inside. Hairdryer and electric kettle included. She was having a blast. Like a 3-year-old with a new toy. Right then, the room door opened. Su Zhengguang came in and asked what she was doing. Hearing her voice, Yao Yu cheerfully said, honey, our Jin is really amazing. She just gave me a space charm. Look how much stuff I can fit in my bag. Yao Yu spoke as she stuffed more things inside. Su Zhengguang was stunned. He didn't expect his wife to be swayed by their daughter too. He silently turned away and searched on his phone. What to do when wife and daughter both go crazy? Meanwhile, Chu Lin was driving her luxury car home. Ever since she got the talisman, she felt completely restored. At her doorstep, she even greeted others proactively. Seeing her in such a good mood, the maids looked like love-struck fans. Even her fit stepmother asked if something good had happened. To this stepson barely younger than her, Shu Yun put on a convincing act. But naive rich girl Chu Lin had no defenses. She happily told Shu Yun it was something amazing. Shu Yun gave her a sideways glance. What could make you this happy? Chu Lin responded, I met a master. She knew all about me with just one look. She proudly pulled out the charm Su Jin gave her. Look, the master gave me this charm. She said it would fix my issues in 3 days. Shu Yun put on her elder face and spoke calmly. Shu Lin, there aren't that many real masters in the world. And your condition might just be from lack of rest. Shu Lin was visibly displeased. I say she's a master. So she is a master. Shu Yun ignored her attitude. She continued persuading her, even bringing up her father to pressure her. Shu Lin impatiently glared at her. Mind your own business, she snapped, then turned and stormed back to her room. Shu Yun's expression gradually turned cold. Thinking about what Shu Lin just said, she didn't believe such masters were easy to find. 2.5 minutes later, Shu Yun returned to her room and made a call. Only then did she learn Shu Lin had really met a true master. But she wasn't panicked. She just coldly said, Shu Lin must die. I can pay more. A teen with 10-pack abs nearly died in the bathtub. That very afternoon, Shu Lin went to confront the fake master. There, she encountered Su Jin, the real one, and spent 200 yuan on a protection charm. That charm really put her in a great mood all day. So that evening, she happily went to take a bath. Afraid the charm would get wet, she carefully sealed it in a waterproof bag. Then she happily soaked in the tub, poured herself a glass of red wine, and put on a light film to watch. As she watched, she sighed with joy. This is how life should be, full of enjoyment. But just then, the TV started glitching. Then came loud static noises. Shu Lin was annoyed. This TV is brand new. But before she could finish complaining, the lights above her started flickering too. She sat up, cursing. Why are today's products so unreliable? That completely ruined her relaxing mood. She got up to leave. But suddenly, she felt restrained. Something was pulling her back. She quickly realized, something was choking her. Now she was truly terrified. Meanwhile, the hallway outside was dead silent. 2.5 minutes later, Shu Lin's whole body had been dragged into the tub. The suffocation left her mind blank. But suddenly she remembered something. She used all her strength to reach out of the water, and grabbed for the charm. The moment she touched it, a golden light burst through the bathroom, and everything returned to normal. Shu Lin suddenly sat up in the tub, clutching the charm tightly. Everything felt like a dream. But when she looked at the charm, she was shocked. The charm had lost its color. Panicking, she quickly got out of the tub. She didn't know what just happened, but she knew that charm had saved her life. Without hesitation, Shu Lin called for help. She immediately video called Su Jin. After the video call connected, Shu Lin stammered, Master. Something just happened to me. If it weren't for your charm, I'd probably be dead by now. Su Jin remained calm. I told you to keep it on you at all times. Shu Lin suddenly realized. So the master had already predicted this? Su Jin yawned and said, Come find me tomorrow morning. As long as you don't remove the charm, you'll be fine. I'll send you the address later. She hung up after that, then sent Shu Lin the address of the Su family villa. Shu Lin stayed in her room for 2.5 minutes. Her sense of security was dropping fast. She realized she couldn't just sit and wait, so she quickly got dressed and prepared to leave. She feared she wouldn't make it to morning. Just as Shu Lin left, Shu Yun dialed a number from the second floor. Master, my worthless stepdaughter just drove off. This is a perfect opportunity. The person on the other end didn't agree right away. Instead, they asked about Shu Lin's helper. Shu Yun shook her head. I don't know, but if possible, it'd be best if that helper disappeared with her. Su Jin didn't expect her first client to show up in the middle of the night. This job needed extra pay. After seeing Shu Lin drive away, Shu Yun called Master Zhou. As long as Shu Lin dies, the Chu family's assets will be mine. I'll give you 2 million more afterward. Master Zhou agreed happily. Don't worry, Madam Chu. I'll see it through. Meanwhile, Shu Lin drove toward the Su family villa. In just half an hour, her charm burned 3 times. By the time she arrived, she was pale as a ghost. Even her legs were trembling. She looked at the charm. Her heart sank. The once bright red ink was now a faded pink. Shu Lin didn't dare hesitate. She rushed straight to the villa gate. She felt that if it burned one more time, it would lose all power. But as soon as she arrived, she was stopped. I'm here to see Master Su. she said quickly, but the guard didn't know any, Master Su. It's too late, he said. If you want in, give her a call. Chu Lin thought of the flower pot that fell out of nowhere. A swarm of bees in her car, and nearly getting hit by a truck. She felt she'd die if she stayed outside. So she desperately grabbed the guard's arm. Please let me in, sir. But the guard refused firmly. Now she even wondered if he had brain damage. At the same time, Su Jin was heading downstairs. Her face looked annoyed and lazy. She had told Chu Lin to come in the morning. But the girl insisted on showing up early. Doesn't she know everything has its timing? A single misstep can ruin it all. Coming now counts as overtime. She'd better pay extra this time. Just as Su Jin walked down a few steps, Master Yuan-san, her neighbor, was about to go out. He heard rushed footsteps the moment he stepped outside. He looked up and saw Su Jin. Out so late? That's odd, he thought. So he walked toward her. Miss Su, heading out this late? Business, Su Jin replied distractedly. They soon saw Chu Lin arguing non-stop at the gate. The guard insisted she call first. Chu Lin trembled with rage. My phone's broken. I can't make calls. I've said it several times already. The guard just looked away. Yeah right. Stop acting. Just then, Su Jin gasped, this is bad. Master Yuan-san quickly asked, what happened? Su Jin replied anxiously, that silly girl's in trouble. Then she ran toward the gate. Master Yuan-san quickly followed her. Miss Su, can I come too and check it out? Su Jin glanced back at her and said, up to you. But there could be danger. Just as Grandpa Yuan said he wasn't afraid, he started coughing violently. This left Su Jin speechless. So she said, just follow behind me. Yuan Shi never thought anyone would dare tell her grandpa to follow behind. But she was more curious what kind of business Su Jin was doing this late. At that moment, Chu Lin was calling Su Jin again, but still couldn't get through. To make things worse, the cinnabar on her protection charm had faded. Chu Lin suddenly felt a chill. She shivered involuntarily. Security guard, don't you feel? Before she could finish the word cold, she realized. The security guard who had stopped her was gone. She was now breaking out in cold sweat. Seku, security guard, you, where did you go? Just as she said that, the charm in her hand ignited. Watching it burn to ash, Chu Lin experienced despair for the first time. It's over, it's over. I'm really going to die. The girl sulked, demanding more money. All because some rich idiot came looking for her in the middle of the night. As Chu Lin arrived at the gate of Su Jin's complex, she saw that her charm had already burned to ash. At the same time, Su Jin arrived at the gate with Grandpa Yuan. Everyone was stunned when they saw Chu Lin. To Grandpa Yuan and Yuan Shi, the scene looked eerie. Chu Lin was floating, shrouded in black mist, struggling non-stop. Her hands seemed to be fighting something invisible. She was barely clinging to life. When she saw Su Jin, she could only cry out weakly, help me. This made Su Jin frown. Without hesitation, she pulled out a talisman. Heaven and Earth's source, 10,000 energies root. The moment she finished chanting, the talisman glowed gold. She let out a soft blood, and threw the talisman toward Chu Lin. The talisman struck her chest and emitted bright light. The black mist was entirely dispelled. Chu Lin fell from the air. She hit the ground with a thud, kneeling. Her body collapsed, gasping desperately for breath. She instinctively touched her neck. Only then did she realize she was still alive. Her eyes instantly welled up with tears. Su Jin stormed over and grabbed her clothes. Before she could react, Su Jin angrily scolded, "Didn't I tell you to come tomorrow?" Chu Lin said tearfully, I was scared, and just like that, she burst into tears. "Master, I can't live without you, Master." Su Jin looked displeased. "If you had just stayed home like I said, none of this would have happened. You're definitely paying extra for this." Chu Lin's crying drew the attention of the security guard. She said, "Didn't you already leave? Why are you back?" Chu Lin had no words to explain. But Su Jin had already figured it out. That security guard was likely enchanted too. He and Chu Lin were both affected. Su Jin quickly said, "Sorry, officer. She's my friend, I'll take her inside now." Then she dragged Chu Lin away. The guard just reminded her, Don't let her disturb the other residents again. Chu Lin clung to Su Jin like a frightened kitten, nervously holding her arm. Yuan Sanye then asked Su Jin if she was taking her home. Su Jin just gave a light hum. Seeing Su Jin about to take a man home, she quickly offered a suggestion. Miss Su, your parents are probably asleep now. Why not bring her to my place instead? Hearing this, Chu Lin said pitifully, Master, please don't abandon me. Su Jin thought for a moment, then agreed to Yuan Sanye's proposal. Yuan Shi helped support Chu Lin into the villa's living room. Su Jin looked at her and sternly said, From now on, do as I say. Stop acting on your own. Chu Lin nodded like a child being scolded. Su Jin continued, Earlier you only had some baleful energy on you. Now your aura is blackened, even leaking deathly energy. If I hadn't shown up in time, you'd be meeting the king of hell right now. When Chu Lin heard how serious it was, she immediately begged Su Jin for help. Su Jin calmly replied, Everything has its cause and effect. Meeting you was the cause. Helping you is the effect. I'll take care of what comes next. Master Yuan San, you too might want to step aside. Yuan San and Yuan Chi obediently stood to the side. Su Jin was speechless. How is this different from just now? But she didn't bother with it. Dealing with what's coming is more important. A stepmom paid 2 million to kill her stepson. But he was saved by a mystical girl. And she only charged 200 yuan. But it wasn't over yet. Master Zhou, who was forced into a formation, wasn't giving up. She pulled out a strange item. It was her last resort. Related to Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. It was Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. Yes, Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. All tied to Su Jin again. Su Jin and Su Jin's connection. Who broke my formation so quickly? A stepmom spent 2 million to kill her stepson, only to be foiled by a mystical girl. And she only charged 200 yuan. But it wasn't over yet. Master Zhou, forced back by the formation, wasn't done. She took out a black carpet, then chanted a few spells over it. Go, bring me their lives. A black mist surged outward. Meanwhile in the Yuan family villa, Chu Lin sat quietly beside Su Jin, not daring to move an inch. As the black mist approached, everyone felt an overwhelming pressure. Black mist wrapped around Yuan San, mingling with purple aura. She began coughing violently, followed by a wave of dizziness. Su Jin immediately tapped her between the eyebrows. She hadn't expected the pressure to amplify death aura. Then she softly recited the Xuanwu banishment spell. Xuanwu the Great, stand before us. Spirits return to temples, ghosts to graves. Demons return to the wilderness. Xuanwu True Lord, by this decree. 2.5 seconds later, Yuan San's death aura was driven away. She felt this was no ordinary event. This thing won't be easy to deal with, right? Su Jin confidently said, It's fine. I'm here. Don't worry. Yuan San froze slightly at her words. He didn't expect someone to protect him for once. Then he smiled. Thank you, Miss Su. The next second, the entire villa shook violently. Su Jin whispered, It's here. As soon as she spoke, giant hand burst in from outside. A black shadow lunged toward her and Chu Lin. Fortunately, Su Jin stepped back to dodge it. She hadn't expected it to be an actual evil entity. $200 really isn't worth it. This time I'm definitely charging extra. Su Jin raised her hand. It immediately lit up with radiant energy. She spread her fingers toward the entity, and began chanting the evil expelling curse. Demons and ghosts, fall without resistance, by sacred decree, boundless and mighty, obey the northern laws. After finishing the chant, a surge of power erupted from her hand. The evil spirit was struck and bled black ichor. But it wasn't a fatal blow. She had deflected 80% of the attack's power. Su Jin staggered slightly. She didn't expect its psychic power to be that strong. But it wasn't a real problem. She pulled out 2 more talismans. One pinned the creature in place. The other wrapped it in golden bands. Once it was all tied up, everyone dared to come over for a look. Each one asking, What the hell is this thing? Su Jin pushed them back. Back off, all of you. Don't interrupt my exorcism. Once they backed off, Su Jin formed hand seals and began chanting. Heavenly light, reveal true form. Break the army, by sacred decree. Let divine arrows strike. As she finished, her hands blazed with light. Then a bolt of lightning struck down from the sky. The evil creature let out a shrill scream. And the mysterious force vanished into thin air. Nothing was left behind. Chu Lin saw the evil creature struck dead by lightning. The way she looked at Su Jin completely changed. She thought, who on earth is this powerful being? She wiped out the demon. And even summoned lightning barehanded? She immediately rushed over to cling to her. Master, from now on, you're like a second parent to me. I'll be devoted and honor you well. Su Jin twitched at the words. First, I'm younger than you. So I can't be your parent. Second, even if you try to suck up, I'm not giving you discounts. At that moment, Yuan-san also walked over. Miss Su, that thing just now. Facing an important client, Su Jin maintained a good attitude. She turned and explained that it was an evil entity. This is how a sucker is made. Su Jin told her the price was 1,200. But she somehow heard it as 1.2 million. After taking care of Master Zhou, Su Jin explained the origin of the evil creature. More importantly, raising one came at a steep price. Curious Chu Lin immediately perked up. What kind of price? Su Jin looked at her and replied, anyone who raises such a thing is bound to it. When the evil being dies, so does its master. That person is most likely already dead. Chu Lin was startled by that. So the evil aura on me earlier was her doing too? Su Jin nodded. But that person wouldn't harm you for no reason. She must be backed by someone who wants you dead. As for who that enemy is, that's something you'll have to figure out. Chu Lin was very confused. She hadn't done much in life, but also hadn't made any mortal enemies. She honestly couldn't think of anyone. And Su Jin couldn't help her either. So she decided to settle the bill with Chu Lin. To solve this for you, I used 4 talismans, plus the energy spent removing the evil. I'll give you a kind-hearted price. 1,200, I accept all payment methods. Chu Lin thought for 2.5 seconds. 1.2 million? Well, saving my life is worth it. She scratched her head sheepishly. Master, can I pay you part now? And the rest once I return to the Chu family tomorrow? Don't worry, I won't default on it. Su Jin looked annoyed. You don't even have 1,200? She was starting to doubt Chu Lin's wealthy status. Hearing this made Chu Lin even more embarrassed. I'll definitely pay you tomorrow. Su Jin saw how clueless she looked and agreed. Then transfer me a partial amount now. This scene surprised even Yuan Qi in the back. Is the young master of the Chu family this broke? Can't even pay 1,200? At that moment, Chu Lin had already transferred money to Su Jin. When Su Jin saw it was 2 million, she was completely stunned. She thought this silly rich kid must have hit the wrong button. She didn't know that for wealthy families, feng shui starts at 5 million. Seeing how kind Su Jin was, Chu Lin grinned and said the remaining 10 million. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Even Su Jin was speechless now. Yuan-san had been watching Su Jin closely. She turned and asked Yuan Qi how much the last talisman cost. Yuan Qi guiltily replied, 200 yuan. Did I pay too little? Seeing Su Jin looking dazed, Yuan-san realized she didn't really know the market price in their circle. Yuan Qi really did feel undercharged. Seeing no one else speaking, he quickly said it was getting late. Let me take young Master Chu to rest. Chu Lin now looked like she was about to cry. After all this trouble, how could she possibly sleep? Su Jin patted her on the shoulder. Here's 1 talisman for protection advancement. And 1 to calm your mind. They'll let you sleep through the night. Chu Lin was about to ask how much they cost. But Su Jin cut her off right away. Meeting is fate. These 2 talismans are my gift to you. Chu Lin was overjoyed. Master Su, you're so kind. Su Jin was a little caught off guard. The others could tell this girl was a real sucker. Then Yuan Qi led Chu Lin away. Su Jin followed outside too. Master Yuan-san quickly called out to her. Miss Su, shouldn't you thank me? Su Jin pretended not to understand. She wasn't about to admit she didn't know the market rates. A simple address made the girl blush bright red. Just as Su Jin was about to leave, Yuan-san stopped her again. Miss Su, don't you owe me a thank you? Su Jin feigned ignorance. She still wouldn't admit her inexperience. Yuan-san smiled slightly. I was going to tell you about industry rates. But I guess there's no need now. Su Jin said, go ahead, I'm listening. And you can just call me by my name. Yuan-san thought for 2.5 seconds. He considered several nicknames, then tried calling her Ah Jin. Su Jin blushed again. After all, only close people called her that. But she let it slide. Names weren't that important anyway. Feeling they'd grown closer, Yuan-san leaned in. Ah Jin, you have to call me by name too. Su Jin readily agreed. Then Yuan-san introduced her to standard pricing in the field. Su Jin finally realized how lucrative being a master could be. At those rates, she could become a billionaire in no time. Her pretty face now beamed with confidence. Ancestor, just wait. I'm going to make the Xuanqing Temple famous again. Seeing Chu Lin's matter resolved quickly, Yuan-san asked if his own problem could be fixed too. Su Jin honestly replied, your case is way trickier than hers. I told you before. Defying fate has a heavy price. Especially for someone with a fated life like yours. Oh, I'm not raising the price, don't worry. As long as I'm here, you'll be fine. Also, until we find the person behind it all, I suggest you stay close to me. Yuan-san smiled and said, got it. Take care, Miss Su. The next morning at the Chu family villa, Shu Yun had been up early trying to call Master Zhou. But the call wouldn't go through. She was so angry she nearly crushed her phone. That damn Master Zhou, how dare you trick me? You'd better pray I don't find you. Otherwise today will be your death day. Little did she know, Master Zhou was already dead. So today really was his death day. Just then, the front door flew open, startling Shu Yun. She was already jumpy as it was. Chu Lin entered, greeting like usual. Shu Yun also responded as usual, though she hadn't expected Chu Lin to return alive, which meant everything she planned had failed. Chu Lin then looked at Su Jin and said, Master Su, take a look around as you like. Su Jin didn't hold back. After all, Chu Lin was a walking ATM in her eyes. No, a valued client, she corrected herself. Seeing another girl in the house, Shu Yun asked, who is this young lady? She was a bit confused. Chu Lin had never brought girls home before. Just as Chu Lin was about to introduce, Su Jin cut her off. Hello, Madam Chu, I'm Su Jin. Hearing the name, Shu Yun immediately frowned. You're the Su daughter that was just found again? The mystical girl spoke fluently and smoothly, like a fortune teller on the street corner. It was quite the coincidence they ran into each other at the door. Su Jin had introduced herself first. Once Shu Yun realized who she was, she frowned again. Meanwhile, Chu Lin eagerly massaged Su Jin's shoulders, saying, she's not just the Su family daughter. She's also. But before she could finish, Shu Yun cut her off. Chu Lin, do you know her reputation in the circle? She's a troublemaker. The Shu family collapsed because of her. How could you associate with her? Chu Lin immediately snapped back. She's not a troublemaker. She's a little fairy. Shu Yun never expected Chu Lin to talk back. But Chu Lin just looked at her coldly. You better stop spouting nonsense. Then she smiled and said, Master Su, please come in. Chu Yun muttered under her breath, definitely a troublemaker. Already cozying up, watching the two walk away. She followed quietly to see what they were up to. Chu Lin was just showing Su Jin around the house. Then she cautiously asked, Master Su, do you think my family's at risk of going bankrupt or jailed? Su Jin replied seriously, the Shu family's downfall was due to their own crimes. It was karma, retribution, as people often say. Your facial features are clear and well defined, and your voice smooth. You're destined for wealth and prosperity. But good fortune is not everlasting. You must keep doing good deeds. Never commit evil. Chu Lin was stunned by her words, but thinking her future would be safe, she nodded obediently. I'll listen to Master from now on. Shu Yun immediately poured cold water on the moment. Miss Su, all this mysticism. Is your brain acting up again? Hearing her stepmother's sarcasm, Chu Lin snapped. She turned sharply and growled. If you disrespect Master Su again, don't blame me for being rude. Shu Yun, now afraid, quickly said, I didn't mean it like that. I was just worried you were being scammed. Su Jin chuckled, then smirked and said, Madam Chu, are you worried about her being scammed? Or upset that she came back safe and sound? Shu Yun flinched at that. What are you implying? Chu Lin froze for 2.5 seconds. Then suddenly understood. She stepped back a few steps, away from Shu Yun. Then whispered to Su Jin. Master Su, is she the one who tried to harm me? Su Jin nodded and grunted softly, though they spoke in hushed tones. Shu Yun still heard every word clearly. She pointed at Su Jin angrily. I'm Chu Lin's mother. How could I want to harm her? What nonsense are you spouting? I could sue you for slander. Su Jin didn't care at all. She laughed and asked, feeling guilty, are we? Shu Yun was so angry she stammered. I'm not guilty of anything. I've worked hard since marrying into the Chu family. Chu, you have to believe me. How could I harm you? Su Jin now played the onlooker. But Chu Lin kept thinking of what Su Jin said. She pulled out her phone to call her father. Seeing this, Shu Yun panicked. No, don't call him. I'll go find him myself. But before she finished her sentence, Chu Lin said coldly, your wife tried to kill me. You better come back quick. Hearing this, Shu Yun tried to flee. But Su Jin calmly called out to her. Madam Chu, heading out to meet that sorcerer again? Shu Yun froze mid-step. She turned and glared at Su Jin. What the hell are you talking about? I made an appointment with some girlfriends. We're going to the spa. Even a fool like Chu Lin could see through her. She slapped Shu Yun across the face. Shu Yun immediately turned on the waterworks. We've lived together for years. Don't you know me by now? This girl is sowing discord. But Chu Lin ignored her completely. She turned to Su Jin and asked, Master Su, we don't have proof. How can we prove it was Shu Yun who tried to kill me? Su Jin smiled. Don't worry, when your dad arrives, I'll handle it. An evil stepmom hired a killer over inheritance, but was exposed by a $200 fortune teller. Now knowing Su Jin could identify the culprit, Shu Yun was like an ant on a hot pan. Meanwhile, Chu Lin and Su Jin just relaxed and watched. And Mr. Chu got to the company, he rushed back. As soon as he walked in, he shouted, What's going on with you two? Before he could finish, Shu Yun rushed over, whining. Hubby, I can't take this anymore. Chu Lin believed Miss Su's words, and assumed I wanted to harm her. Will you stand up for me? She didn't even mention the slap. Instead, she pointed the finger at Su Jin. Mr. Chu looked at Chu Lin with displeasure. Haven't Yunyi treated you well all these years? Don't you know in your heart? How could you act so rudely? Just because of an outsider's words? Chu Lin firmly pointed at Su Yun, and shouted, She's the one who harmed me. Su Yun looked pitiful and wronged. You say I harmed you? Where's your evidence? And how did I harm you? Aren't you standing here just fine? Chu Lin immediately turned to Su Jin. Master Su, show the evidence and slap her with it. Su Jin, eating grapes, casually replied, I have no evidence. Chu Lin was dumbfounded on the spot. How can she be so confident still? Su Yun immediately pointed at Su Jin. Honey, look at her. She's clearly trying to drive a wedge between me and Chu Chu. She has no proof, yet she speaks with such conviction. Mr. Chu was visibly troubled. He said sternly, Miss Su, please leave my house. We don't welcome liars in the Chu family. Su Jin wasn't the least bit angry. She smiled and clapped her hands. I may not have evidence, but I have this. She then softly uttered, Go, and directly threw a truth talisman at Su Yun. The talisman stuck right to her forehead, and slowly vanished. Su Yun was terrified and panicking. She frantically searched her body. Chu Lin laughed so hard she cried. It's the first time I've seen her so flustered. Like some possessed exorcist. Su Jin chuckled as well. She snapped her fingers and chanted a spell. Reveal and confess, by divine decree. Next second, Su Yun's eyes went blank. She found she couldn't control herself, and murmured, You brat. You ruined my perfect plan. I'll make sure you die horribly. Mr. Chu looked at her in disbelief. What did you just say? Su Yun quickly covered her mouth. I didn't. I don't know what's happening. Not only do I want Su Jin dead, I want Chu Lin dead too. If that brat hadn't interfered, Chu Lin would have died last night. Both Mr. Chu and his son were stunned. Mr. Chu frowned in confusion. You really plan to murder Chu Chu? Why? Su Yun immediately replied, if Chu Lin dies, the Chu family's fortune becomes mine. You didn't think we were some love until death couple, did you? You're so much older than me. If not for your money, why else would I marry a fossil like you? Mr. Chu looked at her in heartbreak. Have I treated you poorly? I've never cut off your allowance. Why can't you be content? Su Yun started cursing. I've been married to you for 5 years. You've never talked about having kids. Clearly, you've always wanted to leave it all to Chu Lin. And you, little wretch. Of all times, you had to show up now. Just had to ruin my plan. If that Master Zhou hadn't been a fraud, I would have had the Chu family already. Chu Lin watched in fascination from the side. She didn't expect the truth talisman to work so well. Su Jin looked at Su Yun and smiled. Do you know why Master Zhou disappeared? She tried to curse Chu Lin to death last night. Too bad her skills were lacking, and I countered it. The backlash must have killed her. Now she's probably 6 feet under. Su Yun staggered back 2.5 steps. No way. The little priestess is finally getting her temple. But stepmom Yao Yu was even more thrilled than her. Right after Su Jin resolved the Chu family's crisis, Shu Yun still couldn't believe her plan had failed. She didn't believe Master Zhou would lose to this little girl. Chu Lin sneered. One truth talisman made you self-destruct. And you still don't believe it? You're just plain stupid. Shu Yun glared at Su Jin with clenched teeth. She growled, it's all your fault, you little brat. I'll kill you. I'll send you to the Western Paradise. Su Jin remained calm. Madam Chu thinks too highly of me. With my current cultivation, I can't reach the Western Paradise yet. Chu Lin was furious. Are you crazy, woman? You nearly killed me last night. And now you're trying to kill someone again? She shoved the vicious stepmother away. Shu Yun stumbled and crashed into the window. Then she started muttering, I couldn't have lost. I won't lose. The Chu family fortune is mine. It's all mine. Saying that, her eyes rolled back and she fainted. Master Chu sighed helplessly. Of all things, I never expected her to be the traitor in our family. But Chu Lin casually hooked an arm around his shoulder and said, Don't be sad, old man. You still have your wonderful daughter, right? Master Chu was both touched and helpless. He turned and said, Miss Su, do you have any other evidence? Her words alone aren't enough to convict her. Su Jin calmly replied, Mr. Chu, you can contact Qingcheng's special task group. They'll help you collect evidence. Though the Chu family had vast resources, he had never heard of this special task group. So Su Jin gave him a brief explanation. They're a general term for people who handle such cases. I don't know the details, but they should be contacting you soon. Not long after, Chu Lin escorted Su Jin home. Before leaving, she made sure to tell her the rest of the payment was transferred. Su Jin softly acknowledged, By the way, if anything happens to your father, contact me anytime. That startled Chu Lin. Something's going to happen to my dad? Su Jin quickly clarified, It's nothing serious. Don't overthink it. Hearing that, Chu Lin breathed a sigh of relief. Her dad couldn't get hurt. She still needed to support the family. Soon after, Su Jin returned to her villa. She checked her phone to see her total assets. It showed a whopping 12 million. She held up her phone to the ancestral tablet. Master Ancestor, we've struck gold. Who knew this business was so lucrative in Xingcheng? Soon I'll bring glory to the Xuanqing Temple. Suddenly, a head popped in from the doorway. Yao Yu pointed at herself and asked, Can I offer a stick of incense to the ancestor? I hope he continues blessing our Jin with big money. Su Jin cheerfully said, Of course. 2.5 seconds later, Yao Yu devoutly offered the incense. She placed it steadily in the burner. Then turned and asked, Have you thought about giving the ancestor a bigger space? That way your clients can come and pay their respects too. Su Jin instantly imagined the scene. Master Su, which temple are you at? I want to come and offer incense. So she said, Actually, some customers really do want to. I guess we really do need to move him. But move where? That stumped both of them. Yao Yu was also thinking hard about the place. 2.5 minutes later, She suddenly said, "I've got it. There's a place I think is perfect." Su Jin looked puzzled. "So where is it?" The next day, the Su family villa was bustling. Seeing all the workers, Su Jin asked nervously, Is this really okay?" Yao Yu didn't care one bit. "What's not okay? This garden has the best feng shui." Then she joyfully raised her hand and yelled, "Start construction." Su Jin whispered nervously, Yao, are you sure your husband won't get mad?" Yao Yu stood with hands on hips and said, "Who cares about him? As long as our ancestor is happy." Su Jin broke into a cold sweat. She never thought a rich girl would treat a young Taoist like a living goddess. The special task group arrived with their investigation results. Based on the evidence and data collected, the charge of hiring a killer against Shu Yun is confirmed. That so-called Master Zhou was her accomplice. It's confirmed that he is dead. The Chu father and son stared at the report in silence. To Chu Fu, this wasn't the shocking part. He was amazed that the special task group really showed up. That girl really has foresight. After Chu Lin finished reading the report, her eyes lit up in awe. Master Su is truly amazing. These pieces of evidence, she basically predicted all of them. Fang Ji was puzzled. Who's this Master Su? Chu Lin immediately put on a proud expression. She's a new master in Qingcheng. She's the one who resolved this incident. Fang Ji quickly asked for her name. Hearing this, Chu Lin perked up. She said each word with pride, Su Jin. Fang Ji frowned slightly at the name. Chu Lin noticed and asked if he knew her too. But Fang Ji awkwardly said no. Then she politely said things were handled and it was time to leave. "I won't stay longer." Chu Lin saw her to the door, and warmly said, "Master, take care. Come back next time for tea." At that moment, Fang Ji's phone rang. She checked the screen and frowned. What does that little brat want now? As she answered, she heard the young Taoist's voice. "Senior brother, I finished drawing the talisman. As a reward, could you bring me a roast duck?" Fang Ji snorted coldly. "You took 2 months to draw a basic safety talisman. And you still dare ask for a reward?" But the little Taoist cheerfully replied, "Master said great things take time. I'm a great thing." "Oh right, senior brother. I really miss you. Come back soon, okay?" That made Fang Ji furious. "You miss me? You just miss roast duck, you brat." A few days quickly passed. Near the Su family villa, socialites and heiresses were all gossiping about Su Jin. They all thought she was a walking disaster. Who builds a Taoist temple in their own garden? The Su family is doomed. But Su Jin didn't care at all. The little temple was finally taking shape. Yao Yu happily sighed, "It's finally done." Su Jin was just as pleased. This was the start of her new life in Qingcheng. Next was welcoming the ancestral master in. Yao Yu rubbed her hands and smiled. "Ah Jin. Should we pick an auspicious date to invite the ancestor in?" Su Jin nodded. "For something this important, we should choose a good day." Meanwhile, Su Zhengduang peeked from behind, thinking, "My wife and daughter have gone mad. How am I supposed to lie from now on?" Just then, Yao Yu walked up and said calmly, "Hubby, what are you sneaking around for?" Su Zhengduang was so startled his hairs stood up. Who's sneaking around? And how did you suddenly appear?" Next second, Yao Yu sweetly said, "Hubby, have you not been sleeping well lately? You look so pale." Su Zhengduang was moved. "Wife, you finally remembered me. I thought you only loved mysticism now. I knew I still had a place in your heart." Before he could finish, he heard a smack. "This calming talisman is for you. It's free." Su Jin burst out laughing. "Yao Yu, you're hilarious." She silently prayed to the ancestor. Life here is actually pretty nice. The temple grand opening was in full swing. First 3 customers get a 1% discount. That frugal discount was so Su Jin. Not long after Xuanqing Temple was completed, Su Jin picked up her phone and began typing a promo message. She quickly posted it to her friend's circle. Yao Yu saw it and offered to help repost. But when she saw the discount, she jumped. "Ah Jin, are you serious about that 1% off?" Su Jin casually replied, "Discount doesn't matter. What matters is letting them feel like they're getting one." Yao Yu was speechless. That 1% discount is just. She didn't even finish the sentence. She thought, for Ah Jin, money really is the most important. Of course, it's always the money that matters. She had just posted on her moments. Then Su Jin's phone suddenly rang. She lazily picked it up and hummed. Then she heard Chu Lin excitedly say, "Master Su. Congrats, congrats. I'll definitely come tomorrow." Su Jin nodded happily again and again. After all, it was her client's trust. Yao Yu suddenly asked curiously, "Ah Jin, how many people do you have on your moments?" Su Jin counted on her fingers, Grandpa Yuan, Chu Lin, and you. Yao Yu was stunned. Just 3 people? Su Jin shyly nodded. Yao Yu couldn't believe it was really like that. Is this what young people call minimalist social circles? Just then, the phone rang again. She picked it up and heard Grandpa Yuan say, "Need help promoting your temple?" Su Jin excitedly asked, "Really?" Yao Yu listened on like a gossiping spectator. Grandpa Yuan gently said, "Of course." When Su Jin heard his response, she was overjoyed. Then she said, "Thank you, Grandpa Yuan." The next morning, the ancestral tablet was invited into the temple. Su Jin raised her hand and shouted, "Grand opening of Xuanqing Temple." From the back, Su Zhengguang whispered, "My precious daughter looks amazing today." Yao Yu proudly snorted, "Who do you think styled her?" Su Jin cleared her throat in front. "Next is the incense offering to the ancestor. Here, take your incense sticks." Yao Yu happily received the incense. This is the first incense in the ancestor's new home. It's the most effective one. But Su Zhengguang stood there absent-minded. How could I let them take things this far? Turns out I'm not just a good husband. I'm a good dad too. When will this farce finally end? Suddenly a loud splat was heard. Something unknown landed on his head. Su Zhengguang immediately asked what it was. Yao Yu covered her nose and waved repeatedly. A huge bird poop. Su Jin looked grossed out too. You weren't sincere to the ancestor. So he's punishing you. Su Zhengguang exploded. I'm not sincere enough? I gave him the very first incense. What more does he want? As soon as he finished, another splat sounded, and he collapsed right to the ground. Just as he was helped up, someone mockingly remarked, "Must be the earth god, right?" Someone nearby chimed in, "Madam Zhou just said what I was thinking. So this is just a land shrine?" Su Jin glanced over and said, "If you're not here to donate, don't even look." Yao Yu nodded and said, "Hubby, you better go home and rest." Madame Fu's face suddenly changed. She didn't expect to be ignored like that, after coming with good intentions. She then coldly said, "Miss Su, we came fearing your little temple would be empty. That's why we showed support. Why aren't you greeting your guests?" Su Jin replied flatly, "You came to support? I thought you came to crash the event." Madame Fu instantly felt guilty. How can a girl like you talk like that? A rich lady came to cause trouble, yet still claimed it was to show support. But Su Jin turned the situation on her. If Madame Zhou is so supportive, why not let her have the first client spot? Madame Zhou frowned slightly. She still remembered what happened to Madame Shu. A few words could turn someone into a laughingstock. And she definitely didn't want to become the second Madame Shu. So Madame Zhou stepped back and said, "Forget it. Let's look around a bit. We'll come back to check on you later." Su Jin waved her hand casually. But in her heart, she scoffed coldly. Wicked and cowardly. Utterly useless. The rich ladies hadn't gone far when they startled Su Jin. A large group was marching grandly toward the Su residence. Yao Yu was also shocked by them. Even Su Jin herself didn't expect such a crowd. From their conversations, Su Jin heard Master Yuan-san. It seemed Yuan Jin's promotion had worked. Su Jin didn't care why they came. She happily waved at them. Looking for blessings? Her crisp voice reached their ears. Upon seeing Su Jin, they understood immediately. No wonder Master Yuan-san posted about this small temple. To give him face. They went wild with enthusiasm. "I'll take 100. I'll take 1,000. Watching them stuff cash and cards over. Su Jin was speechless. She thought, isn't this a bit too much? The rich ladies who hadn't gone far were dumbfounded. What on earth is going on? Yao Yu was delighted to see so many guests. Madame Zhou scoffed and sneered, "Madame Su, these folks aren't your hired props, are they?" Those elite buyers turned their heads immediately. "Who said we're fake? We came because of the reputation. You must be Madam Joe. From today onward, our company is terminating all business with your husband. Though they might not believe in fortune-telling, they still had to save face. Madam Joe was stunned when she recognized them. These were top business leaders from the capital. There's no way the Su family could hire them. She finally realized the trouble she caused. Then two others helped her retreat in embarrassment. Su Jin clicked her tongue. What a clown. This was your misfortune today. Then she cheerfully resumed selling charms. This is a personal protection talisman. Only 400 yuan each. We accept all payment methods. The ones prepared to spend big looked at each other, thinking, isn't this too cheap? Maybe get a fortune reading instead? That should be more expensive, right? But Su Jin looked them over and said, we're not fated. I won't read your fortune. In the end, each person only got one charm. But they didn't plan to leave yet. They all started discussing Master Yuan-san. Su Jin immediately understood. They were here to show support. Probably hoping Yuan Jin would hear about it subtly. So she took out her phone and called Yuan Jin. Her friends came to support me. Master Yuan-san said he'd come over right away. 2.5 minutes later, he walked over from the villa across the street. Unlucky guy number 3 has arrived. Su Jin didn't expect their first meeting to be like this. Not long after Xuanqing Temple opened, Master Yuan-san came from the opposite villa. Su Jin quickly greeted him. Yuan Jin, you're finally here. Everyone was stunned. She actually called him by name? And he didn't even get mad? Master Yuan-san ignored them. He walked straight to Su Jin and asked, how's business? Su Jin smiled slightly. With your promotion, of course it's good. By the way, if you ever encounter anything supernatural, feel free to contact me for help. Also, carry the protection talisman with you. It'll keep you safe. Everyone smiled and thanked her. But they thought to themselves, their relationship must be special. Then Master Yuan-san was showered with praise. He exchanged a few polite words with the elites, then asked Yuan Qi to escort them out. This left the elites a little confused. They wondered if they had displeased Master Yuan-san. Yuan Qi escorted them to the Su residence gate. Before leaving, he said, Master Yuan asks you to be discreet, especially regarding him and Priestess Su. They all nodded repeatedly. Back in the Su family villa, Yao Yu suddenly remembered something. Ah Jin, did you give those clients a discount? But Su Jin said she forgot. In truth, she didn't want to favor one over another. So she purposely forgot about the 10% discount. But Yao Yu didn't overthink it. She just thought Ajin was a real money-saving genius. Master Yuan-san just quietly watched from the side. Then Yao Yu sighed and said to Ajin, each of them wants hundreds or even thousands of talismans. Why didn't you sell? If you had sold them, we'd have made a fortune today. But Su Jin confidently said, don't worry. A big order is on the way. That really got their curiosity going. Did she predict something again? Just then, someone arrived at the Su family villa. It was Chu Lin, carrying a quilt as she came in. Yao Yu was stunned at the sight. Is this the big order Ajin mentioned? Are we doing another wool shearing scheme? Chu Lin reached the pavilion and released someone from the quilt. Then she anxiously said, Master Su, please take a look at my cousin. That made everyone curious. What on earth had happened? To make someone be brought in like this? The man on the ground, Lu Jining, weakly called out, Third Master. Master Yuan-san saw his condition, and quickly asked if he'd been beaten up. Lu Jining stood up and said, yes, and no. Then he took off his glasses and mask. His once handsome face was now bruised in patches of green and purple. Everyone was speechless at the sight. He definitely looked like he got beat up. Chu Lin couldn't help but giggle. Master Su, she said, what's going on with my cousin? Su Jin took one look and knew. This was definitely misfortune case number 3. Looks like a big business opportunity. She calmly said, you've been cursed. Lu Jining immediately denied it without thinking. For once, Su Jin felt totally justified in taking payment, because she understood the problem written on Lu Jining's face. She leaned in and said, these injuries weren't caused by anyone. You don't even know how they happened, do you? Lu Jining looked embarrassed. I was rushing from the capital to Qingcheng last night and took a nap. When I woke up, I looked like this. Chu Lin grinned and threw her arms around their shoulders. So someone beat you up while you were sleeping? Lu Ji-ning punched her on the head. You think I sleep like a pig like you? Chu Lin pouted. Okay, maybe not. But why hit me? Lu Ji-ning nonchalantly grabbed her collar. So what if your cousin hits you a few times? Then came thuds and cries of ow ow ow. Su Jin looked on helplessly. Then said, it wasn't a person who hit you. That made the two stop immediately. Su Jin's expression was serious. It was something you can't see. The moment she said that, everyone felt a chill run down their backs. Then all eyes turned to Su Jin. Master Yuan-san spoke in a way only the two could understand. Is something this tricky solvable? Su Jin instantly got it. It's not easy to deal with. Chu Lin started wailing. My cousin won't die, right? I don't want him to die. Lu Ji-ning was nearly choked to death. Chu Lin, be normal. Su Jin quickly said, don't worry. With me here, his life isn't in danger. It's just the fee. She seemed unsure how to bring it up. Master Yuan-san gave a slight smile. Relax. The second young master of the Lu family's life is worth quite a bit. Hearing that, Su Jin thought, all right, I'll go bold with my price. She clenched her little fists to hype herself up. A bank card was handed directly to her. I know you're playing me, he said, but you're a friend of Chu Lin and Master Yuan. I won't hold it against you. Just do your thing. Su Jin suddenly felt a little guilty. His words made her feel like she was some kind of shady scam artist. But then she thought again. What's there to feel guilty about? Making money matters most. And with that, she snatched the card from Lu Ji-ning's hand. Young Master Lu, don't worry. Since you've paid, of course I'll get it done for you. Then Su Jin cleared her throat twice. Quiet, everyone. I have something to say. Last night, young Master Lu had a dream. There was a woman in the dream. She kissed your eyes and lips. Chu Lin and Wen Yan immediately reacted. Cousin, I thought you were a gentleman. You're having such indecent dreams? But Lu Ji-ning was just shocked. Su Jin said she could see it. That scared Grandpa Yuan nearby. You can even see people's dreams? Su Jin quickly explained. I can only see the dreams of those invaded by evil spirits. That left Lu Ji-ning confused. You mean, that woman who kissed me is a ghost? That's right, you've been targeted by a female ghost. What do I do? Is she still here now? Su Jin calmly replied, she is. As soon as they heard ghost, everyone quickly backed away. Lu Ji-ning was so scared he stuttered. Master Su, jokes like that aren't funny. The next second, Su Jin smiled and said, sorry. Guess I took the joke too far. In broad daylight, under open skies. This is my Xuanqing temple. Evil spirits wouldn't dare come near. Lu Ji-ning's face turned green. What's wrong with this person? Seeing her client's face sour, Su Jin quickly said, I know you're not at ease until you see her. So I'll let you see her. This time, it's real. You'll see her tonight. That made Lu Ji-ning extra nervous. As soon as it got dark, Su Jin asked if he was ready. Lu Ji-ning quickly said, I'm lying down already. Go ahead. Hearing that, Su Jin found it oddly worded. Before you had the dream, young Master Lu, did you often feel someone was watching you? Lu Ji-ning nodded, yes. Su Jin said plainly, you've been targeted. That made Lu Ji-ning really confused. I've never made enemies. Who'd want to harm me? Even Su Jin looked puzzled. She thought for a couple of minutes and said, have you recently accepted anything suspicious? Or lent something out? Poor guy number 3 has been haunted by a ghost. After hearing the story, Su Jin pondered. So she asked again if he received or lent out anything recently. Lu Ji-ning thought for a couple of seconds. A few days ago, my second uncle came over for dinner. After eating, he borrowed one of my jackets. Said it was getting late. Before he finished, he was startled and said, you mean, my second uncle's trying to harm me? Su Jin told him it wasn't certain yet. But your jacket has your aura. It's easy for the ghost to lock on. Just then, Chu Lin suddenly popped up. Don't tell me your second uncle's like my stepmother. Also after the family inheritance? So he wants you dead? Lu Ji-ning immediately said, impossible. My second uncle's not that kind of person. But Chu Lin scoffed. These days, who can't act a little? Even the calm Grandpa Yuan gave a suggestion. How about we give your second uncle a little surprise? Su Jin instantly caught onto the old fox's idea, clapped and said, that's a great idea. Only two people nearby weren't on the same page. Ah Jin, I'll go with you. Even Chu Lin said she wanted to see it for herself. Su Jin reluctantly agreed. Fine, just wait in the room later. Chu Lin didn't expect she could join in. She immediately shouted excitedly, Master Su. Su Jin's face fell when she heard that. Lu Ji-ning lightly punched Chu Lin on the head. Then Su Jin threw out a talisman and said, put this in your pocket. Lu Ji-ning carefully slipped the talisman into his pocket. Then Su Jin waited to enter his dream. Soon, she started yawning. 2.5 minutes later, Lu Ji-ning had fallen asleep. Chu Lin asked in confusion, Master Su, what's wrong with my cousin? Su Jin looked around and said, that female ghost's cultivation is too shallow. She only dares to haunt him in dreams. Now that young Master Lu is scared, he wouldn't dare sleep without the talisman. Chu Lin looked worried. Will my cousin be in danger? Su Jin calmly replied, don't worry. Next, I'll enter his dream and pull the female ghost out. You stay here and guard his body. Yuan Jin, come with me. Su Jin closed her eyes and began chanting. Train the 3 souls. First soul, grip the 7 Po. Second soul, grip the Mud Pill Palace. Third soul, cleanse the heart of poison. Call upon the mighty 3 Yuan army. Urgently summon Dao Kong to protect life. Report to the Heavenly Lord. Do not trouble the 9 truths. Each guards the gates of the body. Meanwhile, in Lu Ji-ning's dream, he nervously called, Master Su. Temple Master Su, where are you? Just then, he heard eerie laughter from behind. You're finally here? Brother Lu, you've come back at last. A chilling wind swept in. Lu Ji-ning was hugged by the female ghost. Brother Lu, I missed you so much. Su Jin's talisman was really effective. Even in dreams, it worked on the ghost. Just now, Lu Ji-ning got entangled by the female ghost, which startled him greatly. He instinctively ran, but the ghost wasn't going to let him go. She teased, Brother Lu, you can't outrun me. Lu Ji-ning stumbled and fell as he ran. He kept yelling, help. Someone save me. The ghost gritted her teeth and said, why do you run when you see me? Brother Lu, if you keep this up, I'll get mad. Suddenly, she appeared right in front of him. Seeing her ghostly face, Lu Ji-ning nearly wet himself. He fell on his butt to the ground. Then stammered, go away. Get away from me. The ghost floated slowly near him. Brother Lu, I really miss you. Seeing her hand reach toward him, Lu Ji-ning frantically waved his hands. Get back. Help. Master Su, please help me. Lu Ji-ning flailed his arms wildly, and accidentally slapped the ghost in the face. Right on the face. It immediately started sizzling. She held her face. Brother Lu, what are you carrying? Then Lu Ji-ning remembered the talisman Su Jin gave him. Thinking of that, he reached into his pocket and found Su Jin's talisman. Had followed him here. When the ghost saw it, she immediately backed away in fear. Tears of blood streamed down her face. Brother Lu, you said you'd marry me. Lu Ji-ning was nearly in tears himself. He trembled and said, Miss, I don't even know you. And I've been single all my life. How could I have promised to marry you? The ghost floated quietly, and said sadly, Brother Lu, you said you'd love me forever? And now you deny it? Lu Ji-ning was stunned. He closed his eyes and said, I'm warning you, stay back. I know a powerful master. He'll deal with you if needed. Hearing that, the ghost stopped moving, and then got angry. I've loved you wholeheartedly. You want someone to destroy me? Lu Ji-ning shivered in fear again. Just as he was speaking, they heard someone chant softly, soul-fixing spell. The female ghost's hands were instantly bound. Lu Ji-ning waited 2.5 seconds before cautiously opening one eye, and saw Su Jin poking the ghost with a stick. The ghost simply bit the stick in half. Seeing it was Su Jin, Lu Ji-ning nearly cried. He was even stammering now. Meanwhile, the ghost clenched her teeth with eyes shut tight. Seeing that, Lu Ji-ning quickly hid behind Su Jin and asked, what's wrong with her? She could talk before, right? Su Jin calmly replied, she made a noise like that. The ghost had just inhaled like a pregnant woman. And all of this was caused by him. Just as Lu Jining was about to die, Su Jin arrived in time. He immediately hid behind her and shouted, Master Su. Hurry, use your magic tools on her. Su Jin glanced at him with disdain. For a ghost of asterisk this level, I don't even need tools. Do you think so little of me? Lu Jining was speechless. What do you mean, this level of ghost? Su Jin didn't bother to explain. She pulled out a talisman and softly chanted, I am Tianmu, aligned with heaven, gold as thunder, light radiating all directions, within and without, all obey me, so let it be done. The talisman glowed with golden light, dispersing all the ghostly aura around them. At that moment, the ghost broke free from the soul-binding spell. She shouted angrily, you damn outsider. You intruded on my territory, and scattered my ghost aura. I'll kill you. Su Jin waved a hand while pinching her nose. Do you even know how bad your breath is? I'm about to faint from the stench. The ghost aura froze, completely immobilized before Su Jin. Then Su Jin flicked her sword finger. The aura reversed course completely. The ghost was stunned. She had no idea what had just happened. Before she could react, all the ghost aura was sucked back into her mouth. She swallowed it all in one gulp. The ghost let out a scream of pain. She quickly realized her belly had swollen. Su Jin calmly said, what came out of your mouth? Naturally goes back in. The ghost screamed. Damn you, Su Jin. She leapt up, her black hair growing long instantly. It whipped toward Su Jin and Lu Jining. Lu Jining panicked completely. He let out a pig-like squeal, declaring he'd rather be bald in his next life. Su Jin remained calm and collected. The next moment, golden light severed all the ghost's hair. Su Jin had tossed several capture talismans. They entangled the ghost and sealed her instantly. She could only whimper now. Her body completely frozen. Su Jin didn't show any mercy. She kicked her flying with her long legs. Then Su Jin called out loudly, far seen. A golden net descended from the sky and trapped the ghost. Now she could no longer break free. Lu Jining exclaimed, Master Su, you're amazing. You're my goddess. He was filled with admiration. But the next second, he noticed Master Yuan San's kind gaze. He rubbed his hands awkwardly and chuckled. Master Su, now that the ghost's been handled, what do we do next? Su Jin didn't hesitate. Take her back for questioning. Then she turned to Lu Jining and snapped her fingers. Lu Jining's vision went black. And then he saw a familiar place. Who would have thought that this weak, helpless little ghost girl, just moments ago, had nearly killed him in his dream, before Su Jin saved him. The memory made him shudder. Chu Lin quickly ran over. Oh wow, look how scared my cousin is. I guess I'll let him lean on me for now. Lu Jining huffed, let go of me. At that moment, Su Jin brought the ghost out and dropped her to the ground. Her mouth was still sealed with a talisman. Su Jin pinched a thunder talisman and chanted softly, seal. A golden light radiated from the talisman paper. Soon, the net over the female ghost tightened. The ghost whimpered softly. She pitifully pointed at the talisman in her mouth. Su Jin walked over and removed the talisman, saying, I'll ask you a few questions. Speak, why are you haunting Lu Jining? The female ghost looked sorrowful upon hearing the question. Lu Ji promised he would return to marry me. But I waited in the human world for ages, and he never came back. Lu Jining sat up abruptly. Why, you're lying. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't even know you. Su Jin just glanced at him. Then turned to look at the female ghost. Do you remember your name? What was Lu Ji's full name? The female ghost looked confused and said she didn't remember. But I remember his aura. Su Jin immediately understood what was going on. Looks like the one who redirected the blame was pretty crafty. They tampered with her memory, and made Lu Jining take the real Lu Ji's place. This way, they could avoid the real Lu Ji's troubles, and also get rid of Lu Jining. From just a few words, Yuan Sanye also deduced quite a bit. So he asked Su Jin if she was sent by the real Lu Ji. Su Jin gave a slight smile, then calmly replied, most likely. She looked at the ghost and said, your ghost age is 20 years. That means you've been dead for 20 years. According to what you said, your Lu Ji should be in his 40s by now. But Lu Jining is only 20. It can't be him. The ghost was left speechless by these words. Red tears streamed from her eyes. Then she screamed in anguish, "Where's my Lu Ji?" Lu Jining thought about the traits she mentioned. They fit his second uncle. But his second uncle had always treated him well. It didn't make sense for him to send a ghost after him. So he turned and asked, "Sanye, what kind of person do you think my second uncle is?" Yuan Sanye calmly replied, "I have no opinion. I don't know him well." Then he looked at Su Jin. "Didn't you say you could read faces? Can you see her past?" Su Jin thought for 2.5 seconds before shaking her head. First, she remembers nothing. No name, no birth date. Second, this is not her original face. So the answer you want, I can't give. As everyone was at a loss, Chu Lin raised her hand and said, "How about this? Let's take this sister to your second uncle. Let the involved parties and the ghost talk face to face. What do you all think?" Everyone looked meaningfully at Chu Lin. No one expected her to come up with such a solution. Su Jin was the first to agree. Then, she told Chu Lin to take the ghost outside, saying she was about to perform a ritual. Chu Lin happily saluted, and promised to get it done. If love runs deep in the bones, even life and death can't part them. Once Su Jin understood the nature of this tragic love story, she brought everyone to the hotel. Looking at the ghost on the floor, Su Jin said calmly, "I'll send you to find your Lu Ji now." Then she placed the talisman on the ghost's forehead, and began chanting, "3 souls and 7 spirits, find no shelter. Hide in the hall of spirits below. Poets come to duel in spells. 3 golden blades shall not allow capture." After chanting, she spread her palm. Her hand glowed with golden light. The talisman on the ghost's forehead sparkled too. The ghost cried out in pain. Su Jin turned her hand into a sword gesture and pointed. "In the name of the Supreme Lord Laozi, by divine law, depart." A flash of golden light struck the ghost. She convulsed as if shocked. The next second, she vanished from the spot, leaving behind only a faint golden glow. Lu Jining hurriedly asked, "Master Su, my second uncle will be all right, right?" Su Jin responded with a question. "Didn't you want to know what happened between the ghost and your second uncle?" She took out a golden bronze mirror, pasted a talisman on it, then told them to come and take a look. Though unsure what Su Jin was doing, all 3 of them came over. Chu Lin and Lu Jining were shocked when they saw the bronze mirror. It showed a clear view of second Uncle Lu's room. Chu Lin curiously asked the mirror, "Master Su, is this mirror like a remote viewer?" "That's amazing." Su Jin calmly replied, "It's just like a video call. The mirror is just a medium." At that moment, second Uncle Lu was holding an old photo. He muttered for Shaolin to reincarnate soon, saying, "I'm sorry for what I did to you." Looking at the photo, his face was full of sorrow. Suddenly, a voice broke the silence. "Are you calling me?" He hadn't planned to appear, but the photo gave her a sense of familiarity. Her sudden appearance frightened second Uncle Lu. The ghost approached and asked, "Are you Lu Ji?" Second Uncle Lu was already terrified. He just kept stammering, "Don't come near me," the ghost said in confusion. "The aura is clearly Lu Ji's." Hearing her repeat, "Lu Ji," he snapped out of fear. He hesitantly called out, Shaolin? Are you Shaolin?" The ghost stood there dazed, unmoving. Tears began to flow unknowingly. She turned and asked weakly, "Am I Shaolin? I don't know. Suddenly, she clutched her head and screamed in pain. Who am I, really? Lu Ji, Shaolin, Lu Ji, Shaolin. Second Uncle Lu cried out, "Shaolin, you really don't remember me?" The ghost looked at the man in front of her, struggling to recall. But sharp pain in her head made it unbearable. She suddenly pushed second uncle away, and shouted in anger, "Get lost." Second uncle steadied himself and looked at her. "Shaolin, have you truly forgotten me? You came to me in a dream days ago, saying you couldn't reincarnate. You asked for my help. You wanted peace to reincarnate." Meanwhile, Su Jin saw this and realized something was wrong. She used her wall walking tree spell to enter second uncle's room. "Mr. Lu, Who were you planning to call for help? The reason behind the ghost's haunting was finally revealed, just as second uncle was about to call a master for help. Su-jin walked through the wall into the next room. Second uncle Lu knelt in confusion. Why you? Who are you? Su-jin calmly replied, who I am doesn't matter. But do you know him? As Su-jin spoke, the door opened. Second uncle Lu was shocked to see them. Jining? Why are you here? And Yuan Sanye? Young Master Chu? Lu Jining looked coldly at second uncle and said, why am I here? Shouldn't you already know, second uncle? If it weren't for Master Su, I might already be dead because of you. Second uncle stood up abruptly upon hearing this. Jining, what nonsense are you saying? How could I harm you? Lu Jining pointed a finger. The ghost you summoned is right here. What more do you have to say? Second uncle was stunned. What are you talking about? What am I denying? Su-jin quickly interrupted their argument. Second uncle Lu, did you borrow your nephew's clothes and give them to a master? Second uncle admitted it was true. Hearing that, Su-jin revealed the truth. That so-called master took Lu Jining's clothes and used a bait and switch trick to redirect the ghost haunting your dreams into his. It nearly cost Lu Jining his life. Second uncle Lu was frightened by what Su-jin said. How could that be? I even asked that master in person. He said it wouldn't harm Jining or affect his fortune. Su-jin asked in return. Then why did he make you borrow someone else's clothes? Second uncle paused. He said my clothes carried my aura and could help Shaolin let go of her attachment. At the same time, he needed clothes from someone extremely wealthy. That way, Shaolin could be reborn into a rich family. Chu Lin didn't care about seniority. She directly asked if what he said was true. Second uncle swore it was absolutely true. How could I ever hurt Jining? There are so many kids in the Lu family, but he's my favorite. Right after saying that, Su-jin's face turned serious. The master you hired wasn't helping Shaolin. He was using you to get Lu Jining killed, then make you take the blame and plunge the Lu family into chaos. You were tricked, second uncle. Hearing that, as a sharp businessman, he instantly picked up on all the recent coincidences. That master is trying to ruin the Lu family. He immediately grabbed Lu Jining's hand and apologized. Jining, second uncle is truly sorry. Lu Jining let out a sigh of relief. If you were just being used, then I won't blame you. But next time, please be more careful. Second uncle quickly replied, yes, I was careless. Then he turned to Su-jin. Master Su, you're amazing. Can Shaolin's issue still be resolved? Su-jin said, there's definitely a way. But from now on, don't call me Master. Call me Ritual Host Su. Second uncle chuckled. All right, Ritual Host Su. The others followed along with an obedient, yes. Su-jin then gave everyone a detailed explanation. He was likely hit with a soul-piercing spell by a Taoist. It erased part of his memory. A bit of death energy can restore it. Second uncle had no idea what death energy was, let alone where to find it. Su-jin looked at Yuan Sanyi and said, we've got some right here. Yuan Jin, I'll borrow a bit of your death energy. Yuan Sanyi was puzzled. You can borrow death energy from me? Do I have to return it? No wonder they could become a couple. They really think alike. Just a moment ago, Su-jin said he could use death energy to treat the ghost. He reached out toward Yuan Sanyi and grabbed, pulling a strand of death energy from him. Then Su-jin began to chant the heart-clearing incantation. Calm as still water. Clear water reveals truth. As he chanted, he struck the ghost with the death energy. To second uncle and the others, it was invisible. All they saw was Su-jin tossing something forward. Then the ghost let out a heart-wrenching scream. She looked to be in immense pain. After Su-jin was done, second uncle gently called out, Shaolin. Moments later, the ghost aura around her faded. Her face returned to the one in her photo. Shaolin looked at the man before her, eyes brimming with tears. She shyly called out, Brother Lu, I'm sorry, I caused you all trouble. Second uncle quickly said, it's okay. I don't blame you. As for Jining, he didn't speak on his behalf. He just helped Shaolin up and looked at him. Lu Jining waved it off, it's fine. It was all a misunderstanding. I'm not going to hold a grudge. Su-jin asked curiously, How did you become like that? Do you remember who attacked you? Hearing Su Jin's question, Xiao Lin slowly explained her situation. Lu Jie and I were each other's first love. Even though my family opposed us, I still firmly chose him. After we graduated college, we returned to our hometowns. Lu Jie told me to wait for him back home. But after that, I could never contact him again. I didn't want things to end so vaguely. So I left home to go look for Lu Jie. But I got into a car accident on the way. After death, my obsession with seeing Lu Jie again kept me from reincarnating and I escaped the underworld. But my obsession was exploited by a Taoist. He cast a formation on me. I don't remember anything after that. Everyone looked at second uncle like he was the villain. He immediately panicked. Let me explain. I'm not the bad guy here. Chu Lin was furious. Then explain. Why didn't you go look for Xiao Lin? Second uncle quickly explained. I was in a coma for a month after a car accident that year. When I went to find Xiao Lin later, she had already passed away. Xiao Lin was stunned by this. She finally realized it wasn't betrayal. There was a hidden story. Su Jin sighed softly. What a pair of ill-fated lovers. Second uncle then grabbed Xiao Lin's hand. Do you remember anything about the Taoist who tricked you? Xiao Lin said he had a huge mole on his left cheek. That nearly made second uncle explode. That's the same guy who tricked me. Xiao Lin quickly told him to calm down. This whole scene left everyone stunned. Turns out lovers really do share a strange kind of fate. Lu Jining asked seriously. So, second uncle, what's the name of the Taoist who tried to harm me? Chu Lin was furious again. We must find that guy and lock him up. But second uncle looked embarrassed. Well, he never told me his name. That single sentence instantly killed their rage. Su Jin then pulled out a talisman and said, Xiao Lin, her soul was damaged by a soul-shattering spell. If you don't reincarnate soon, you'll completely disappear. Xiao Lin nodded in agreement. As long as I see Lu Jie safe and sound, my heart will be at peace. We were fated but not destined. I hope in the next life we can be together again. Man and ghost embraced deeply. As the sun slowly rose, Su Jin told them time was running out. She asked for Xiao Lin's name and birthplace. Xiao Lin released second uncle and said, My name is Yi Ling. Born in Changshu village, Su Jin immediately threw out a talisman. Then chanted, Flickering firelight, 5 elements and 8 trigrams scripture. Vessel returns to its origin. Lotus expands and contracts. As the spell finished, a door appeared in the room. Su Jin watched as Xiao Lin walked toward it calmly. By now, he had let go of all his regrets. He smiled and waved farewell to everyone. Everyone also waved back, wishing him a safe journey. As the birds sang, the door slowly faded away, as if the entire event had been a dream. Lu Jining noticed his uncle was not doing well. He first thanked Su Jin, then said, I'll transfer the money to your account later. Su Jin replied, No rush. Take care of your family matters first. Then the group went their separate ways. Before leaving, Chu Lin smiled and said, Master Su, I'll visit again tomorrow. I have a secret to tell you. Su Jin rolled his eyes, unimpressed, thinking, it had better be something that makes me rich. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Yuan Sanye next to them was upset. He didn't understand when they became so close. Even sharing secrets now? And they didn't even include him. His life goal was to make 100 million yuan. Yet Su Jin earned 20 million in one day. Back home, Su Jin lit incense for the sect founder, and vented his feelings to him. Love is a real hassle. Luckily, I've never bothered with it. All these emotions are harmful to the body. All I care about is making money and building a career. That way I can build a grand temple for the founder, and make our Xuanqing Hall renowned across the land. The founder was very pleased by those words. Even the incense burner trembled on the table. After Su Jin finished everything, he waited and waited. He waited until even the sun got sleepy. 2.5 hours later, Su Jin got annoyed. That Chu Lin said she had something to tell me. Why hasn't she come yet? So infuriating, wasting my precious money making time. Just as he was about to leave, his phone chimed. He took it out and his eyes lit up. So much money. I'm rich, I'm rich. Even though he said it wasn't urgent, he was still thrilled to receive the payment. A full 20 million, after all. To him, that was a massive sum. Lu Jining even messaged him to explain why there was an extra 7.5 million. He hadn't expected him to be so considerate. They could definitely work together more often. He had to cling to this cash cow. Meanwhile, second Uncle Lu felt deeply guilty about everything. He said he would explain everything to the family. Lu Jining took it in stride. And so, Chu Lin and Lu Jining saw second uncle off. After he left, Chu Lin sighed. It's clear your second uncle truly feels guilty. Not like my stepmother who cursed me even at death's door. Lu Jining chuckled. I've got a new goal now. That confused Lu Jining. Other than eating, drinking, and playing, what else could your goal be? Chu Lin looked full of hope. I plan to follow Master Su from now on, and work hard to become a reclusive master like him. Lu Jining joked that he wasn't in it for enlightenment. Chu Lin waved it off and said, What are you talking about, kind sir? I'm serious about this. Lu Jining just wished him success. Chu Lin quickly thanked him. Good people get good rewards. So I'll give you a hug of love. Come on, hug me. That nearly made Lu Jining throw up. Just then someone called out, Why are two grown men hugging? They both jumped in shock. Like two cats whose tails had been stepped on. It was Lu Jining's mother. She had rushed over after receiving his call. Lu Jining hadn't expected her to arrive so quickly. They all greeted each other. Lu's mother anxiously asked, Are you okay, my son? Lu Jining quickly replied, I'm fine. Totally fine. Chu Lin chimed in, Auntie, why don't you ask me too? Before he could finish, she grabbed him. I already know your situation. I came here mainly to help you. That confused Chu Lin a bit. Aren't you here to see my cousin? He got attacked by a ghost. But Lu's mom ignored that. She took Chu Lin straight to the Chu family villa. Her presence was like that of a queen. Even Chu Fu was shocked when he saw her. Auntie, what are you doing here? Lu's mom grabbed Chu Lin and said, I want you to transfer part of your estate to Chu Lin right in front of me. How could a cultivator be so obsessed with wealth? Unless, of course, it's a lot of money. After Su Jin resolved Lu Jining's issue, Lu's mom rushed over. Seeing her son safe, she came to seek justice for Chu Lin. Chu Fu nervously greeted her, Auntie, what brings you here? She grabbed Chu Lin again and said, I want you to transfer property to her. Right here in front of us. I only want Chu Lin to get what belongs to her. The rest of your estate, give it to whoever you want. Chu Fu frowned and said, Lady Lu, what happened with Shuyan was because I misjudged people. I've decided not to remarry. All of the Chu estate will go to Chu Lin. She's my only child. Who else would I give it to? Chu Lin and Lu Jining gave him a thumbs up. But Lu's mom asked again. You said she's your only child. So why not give it to her sooner? Chu Fu was truly at her wit's end. She thought her happy family had collapsed overnight. And now this whole mess again. She thought for a moment and said, Fine, fine. I can't win an argument with you. We'll do it your way. Chu Lin and Lu Jining high-fived each other. Only second aunt could keep that old man in check. 2.5 minutes later, Chu Fu brought the contract for Chu Lin to sign. But Chu Lin still looked so pitiful and aggrieved, which really annoyed Chu Fu. But irritation aside, she still had to sign it. As soon as Chu Lin finished signing, she tossed the pen aside. I'm packing up and leaving. Chu Fu was stunned. What are you packing for? You just got your share of the inheritance and now you're running away? But Chu Lin seriously said, I'm going to find Master Su. I want to become her disciple. Chu Fu was furious at that. You unfilial girl, believe it or not, I'll beat you to death. Madame Lu was curious. Who is this Master Su? Lu Jining explained that she was the master who helped him this time. He asked his mom if she wanted to meet Su Jin. Madame Lu, upon hearing she was her son's savior, immediately agreed. Meanwhile, at the Su family villa, Su Zhengguang dotingly called out, Sweetheart, I have something to discuss with you. Yao Yu asked curiously, What's so secretive? Su Zhengguang looked troubled. My mother-in-law called today. She asked me to bring Ajin to her birthday banquet. Should I go or not? Yao Yu said the old lady is still Ajin's maternal grandma. Now that Ajin's back, isn't it natural she'd want to see her? But Su Zhengguang frowned even deeper. You don't understand, that old lady has never liked the Su family. After Ajin's mother passed away, the two families stopped contacting each other. Now suddenly reaching out, I worry it's not for good reasons. At that moment, Su Jin walked over and said, Mr. Su, if it's bound to happen, you can't avoid it. Might as well face it head on. Su Jungguang was startled. He immediately hugged Yao Yu. Ajin, how do you walk without making a sound? Su Jin looked helpless. You're just too absorbed. Not my fault. Once Su Jungguang calmed down, he looked seriously at Su Jin. So, do you want to go? Your grandmother probably really misses you. Su Jin immediately said yes. I want to meet mom's relatives too. Su Jungguang hugged Yao Yu again. Wah, our Ajin misses her family. She's been back so long. And this is the first time she showed real emotion. Su Jin was speechless. You two are so dramatic. Tone it down a bit. At this moment, the butler announced. Someone's here to see Miss Su Jin. Hearing someone came to see her, immediately assumed it was someone here for business. As they were talking, Lu Ji-ning entered with some people. Chu Lin smiled and said, Master Su, I'm here to discuss something big with you. Madame Lu followed with a gift box and stepped forward, saying, Master Su, I've long heard of your name. To thank you for saving my son's life, I brought a little something. I hope you won't mind. Although Su Jin politely said, Madame Lu, you're too kind. You didn't need to bring gifts. It's my duty to exorcise demons. But upon seeing what was in the box, she nearly drooled. So the rich kid didn't fall for the little priestess, but actually wants to take her as his master? Just now, Madame Lu brought a gift to thank her. Master Su, thank you for saving our Ji Ning. This is just a small token of gratitude. We hope you'll accept it. Su Master, thank you for saving our Ji Ning. This is our heartfelt appreciation. Su Jin saw how valuable the gift was. She said she needed to ask the ancestral master first whether it should be accepted. This confused Lu's mother a bit, but Lu Jining, next to her, said, Master Su is very filial. She always consults the ancestral master in everything. She really respects her elders. Yao Yue was happy to hear someone praising her daughter. She smiled warmly, so everyone knows how good our Jin is. Then the group followed Su Jin to the small Taoist shrine in the garden. Su Jin held 3 incense sticks and bowed before the ancestral tablet. Should we accept this? I asked the ancestral master for guidance. She placed the incense into the burner, and smoke slowly rose. This clearly indicated guidance had been given. Su Jin happily said, Thank you, ancestral master. She returned to Madame Lu's side and smiled. It's okay to accept it. Someone unaware of the situation might think she was just making an excuse to accept the gift. Su Jin accepted the gift and thanked Madame Lu. She was very pleased with the generous gift. Madame Lu, seeing the gift was accepted, then asked if she could offer incense to the ancestral master. Money-minded Su Jin casually said, Of course. But she thought to herself, You're big clients. Burn as much as you like. Go right ahead. 2.5 minutes later, the 3 sincerely offered incense to the ancestral master. But Chu Lin held her incense and kept mumbling something. Su Jin also noticed something odd about Chu Lin's incense. She stepped forward and asked Chu Lin what she said to the ancestral master. She had clearly seen the incense flickering. The ancestral master's attitude was just too obvious. Hearing Su Jin's question, Chu Lin felt a little embarrassed. I just asked the ancestral master to bless me. Su Jin immediately moved closer. Bless you how? Were you disrespecting the ancestral master? Chu Lin quickly shook her head, saying no. That's a personal secret. I can't tell you. Only the ancestral master. Su Jin snorted. I am the head of Xuanqing Temple now. I'm in charge of all affairs, big and small. Are you sure you want to keep it from me? Hearing that from Su Jin, Chu Lin became visibly nervous. She thought for a moment and said, All right, I'll tell you. She cleared her throat, trying to stay calm. Then she gathered her courage and said, I want to join Xuanqing Temple. I want to be part of it. Su Jin was stunned. She wondered if she had misheard. What did Chu Lin mean? To a girl of metaphysics, only Chairman Mao mattered. Only money made her agreeable. But to her great surprise, Shu Lin had told the ancestral master she wanted to join Xuanqing Temple. Now Su Jin understood the incense in her hand. It was the ancestral master giving his approval. Shu Lin looked at the surprised Su Jin and said, I really want to be part of Xuanqing Temple. It's not just a passing whim. So please, Master Su, accept me as your disciple. Madame Lu was also stunned to hear this. She hadn't expected Shu Lin to be so sudden. Su Jin didn't know what to say either. She looked at Shu Lin's sincere expression and couldn't help but burst out laughing. Shu Lin scratched her head in confusion. Master Su, why are you laughing? Su Jin laughed again at her question. Right now, Xuanqing Temple only has me. Back when I came down the mountain, my goal was to revitalize Xuanqing Temple. Before she could finish, Shu Lin interrupted. Master, look at me. I can be your disciple. I'll be filial to you and the ancestral master. As she spoke, Shu Lin suddenly knelt down. There are so few people in Xuanqing Temple. You could use someone like me to run errands. Plus, I'm obedient and rich. Please give me a chance to prove myself. Su Jin thought about it and realized she had a point. This misfortune magnet #2 inches really wasn't lacking in money. If Xuanqing Temple ever hosted a big event, she could be helpful. Truly, it was all gain and no loss. So Su Jin cleared her throat and said, Since you're so sincere, I'll give you a chance. Shu Lin looked deeply touched. Really? Really? You're really willing to take me as your disciple? Su Jin crossed her arms and said, You didn't mishear. I'm willing to take you as my disciple. Shu Lin was overjoyed. Thank you, Master. From now on, I'm your first disciple. Su Jin pushed Shu Lin away in annoyance. Don't call me Master just yet. Whether you become an official disciple of Xuanqing Temple depends on your performance. Let's give you a 1-month trial period. How's that? Shu Lin quickly nodded in agreement. I'll definitely prove myself. Lu Jining didn't expect she was so serious about cultivating. Even Madame Lu was surprised, thinking maybe the Chu family feared extinction. After the ceremony, Shu Lin cheerfully called out, Master, is there anything this disciple can do for you now? Just say the word. I'll make it happen. Su Jin thought for a moment, then said, I'm running out of cinnabar. Such an obvious hint. Of course Shu Lin got it. She immediately said, Your disciple will take care of it. Then she grabbed her second aunt and cousin. Lu Jining was speechless. Su Jin chuckled at the sight. Having a little disciple isn't so bad. At that moment, someone behind her asked in confusion, Little disciple? Su Jin turned around and saw it was Master Yuan Sanye. Taking on disciples was part of the plan anyway. After hearing that, Master Yuan immediately reacted. What? Su Jin said calmly, Master Yuan, are you here to see me? Master Yuan nodded. These past few days, I've been feeling uneasy again. Miss Su, could you take a look? Su Jin glanced at him and indeed saw that the energy had intensified. So she said, I'll give you more talismans. Just carry them with you like before. Master Yuan grunted in agreement. Thank you, Miss Su. But I've noticed every time I'm around you, my mind feels much calmer. Looking at Master Yuan's serious face, Su Jin said, You smiled. Maybe because of the spiritual energy on me. Spiritual energy disperses your death aura. Seeing such an adorable little Taoist girl, Master Yuan Sanye was stunned. He then put on his kindest smile and said, Then can I stay by Miss Su's side from now on? He quickly found an excuse for himself. Maybe by staying close to her, that death aura would fully vanish, and I might find the one trying to harm me. Su Jin was also briefly stunned by that charming smile. She agreed without hesitation, but in her mind, You're my VIP client. If I don't let you follow me, who else would I let? The young man rejected $1 billion inheritance to become a Taoist, only for it to break ties with his father. Meanwhile, Shu Lin, who just became a disciple, cheerfully went out to buy cinnabar. 2.5 hours later, Shu Lin came out of the shop with bags in both hands. She rushed to the car and called Lu Jining for help. Lu Jining asked why she bought so much. Shu Lin said, It's my master's first task. Of course I have to give it my all. Lu Jining retorted, Why didn't you just buy the whole shop? Wouldn't Master Su be even happier? Shu Lin suddenly realized. She hadn't thought of that. Before she could think more, her phone rang. She turned to Lu Jining and said, "Let me take this call. These are things for Xuanqing Temple. Cousin, be gentle with them." Lu Jining said bluntly, "Shut up." As Chu Lin answered the call, she heard Shu Fu's voice. "I heard you've taken Su Jin as your master? Are you kidding me?" Shu Lin smiled and replied, "Yeah. She's my master now." Shu Fu raged. "You ungrateful brat. You've brought shame to the Chu family. You come back now." Immediately, hearing that tone from his dad, Shu Lin got annoyed too. She firmly said, "That's not my path in life. Please respect my choice." Shu Fu angrily threatened, "If you don't come back today, don't ever come back again." Shu Lin snorted, "Then I won't." Shu Fu was furious. "You brat, say that again." Shu Lin hung up and got into the car. She took a deep breath and said, "Even if he begs me to come back, I won't. He's always forced me to do things I hate. Never once cared about how I felt." Lu Jining approached and offered his take. "You really don't need to butt heads with the old man." Shu Lin pouted and said, "I want to." "So I did." Just then, someone behind Lu Jining asked, "Are you young Master Lu Jining?" Lu Jining turned to look, but didn't recognize the man. The man smiled and said, "I'm Zhao Jing. My daughter Zhao Man was your university classmate. Didn't expect to bump into you on the street. What a coincidence." Lu Jining thought for a moment and said, "I remember now." He remembered that Su Jin's mother was Zhao Jing's younger sister, which made Zhao Jing Su Jin's uncle. Zhao Jing quickly handed over an invitation. "Young Master Lu, the moment I was near you, I kept thinking about you. You've been on my mind." Realizing he was Su Jin's uncle, Lu Jining agreed, but inside the car, Chu Lin was a bit annoyed. He didn't even see second aunt. So rude. An elder is sitting here, and he ignores her. Who greets the younger ones first anyway? Madame Lu didn't mind at all. "Actually, we don't really interact with the Zhao family. His daughter is Jining's classmate." So he came straight to Jining. Probably for his daughter's sake. As soon as Zhao Jing got home, he asked where Zhao Man was. Learning she was in her room, he went straight to it. "Young Master Lu, young Master Lu, young Master Lu, young Master Lu." Zhao Jing immediately said, "Of course it's true. She only agreed after I mentioned your name." Zhao Man was a bit surprised. She didn't expect Lu Jining to remember her so well. It was really unexpected. Zhao Jing looked at her daughter and said earnestly, "Xiao Man, you must seize this opportunity. He's the young master of the Lu family. If you can tie a connection with him, our Zhao family could rise to the top of Qingcheng." Zhao Man smiled confidently. "Don't worry, Dad, I already have a plan to win him over." The moment Zhao Jing heard Zhao Man's voice, he immediately thought of the Lu family's name. And Zhao Man's name. Just hearing Zhao Man's name again. A girl offers her blood to 10 items just to satisfy her desire. Zhao Jing went straight to his daughter's room upon returning home. He told Zhao Man about the invitation, and earnestly reminded her to seize the chance. Zhao Man smiled with confidence again, saying she already knew how to win his heart. "Oh right, didn't you say Grandma also invited that girl from the Su family? I heard she's quite close to young Master Lu." Zhao Jing sneered, "I've never even seen her. Grandma only invited that wild girl to the banquet. Because of a bit of blood relation. With her terrible reputation, she'd never be invited otherwise. At the banquet, just dress up beautifully. Just focus on attracting young Master Lu." Zhao Man let out a confident chuckle. Then Zhao Jing left the room. Before leaving, he reminded her to rest early. After seeing Zhao Jing off, Zhao Man locked the door. Her smiling face vanished instantly, leaving only a cold, sinister gaze. Completely different from before. She thought viciously, "The one I like must be mine. Whoever tries to steal him, I'll make sure she dies." She opened her wardrobe, and inside was a strange altar. There stood an eerie stone statue. Emitting a chilling aura, Zhao Man picked up a fruit knife and cut her finger. She let her blood drip onto the statue and began to make a wish. This humble devotee Zhao Man prays to the gods to bless me with a destined relationship with him. The unsettling pool of blood was quickly absorbed by the statue. Seeing the statue respond, She bowed with a twisted expression and said, "This devotee is eternally grateful. I will offer more blood in return." Meanwhile, Su Jin was dumbfounded by the room full of pig's sand. She exclaimed, "I told you to buy a little pig's sand. Not to buy out the whole store. Not the entire stock." But Chu Ling said righteously, "We'll need it eventually. It's better to stock up now. It'll be more convenient later." Su Jin was speechless. "No matter how much money you save, this isn't how to spend it." She sighed helplessly. "Go home. Come back early tomorrow. I have some tasks for you." Chu Ling immediately looked wronged. "Master, doesn't Xuanqing Temple provide food and lodging?" Su Jin glared at her. "Doesn't your Chu family have a big villa?" Chu Ling whined pitifully. "Master, you don't understand. When my dad heard I became your disciple, he kicked me out of the house. So now I'm homeless." Su Jin quickly cut her off. "I'll check with Yao Yao first. If she agrees, you can stay here temporarily." Chu Ling sobbed again. "Master, you're the best. Joining Xuanqing Temple is the best decision of my life." Su Jin pushed her away. "How old are you? Best decision of your life? And also, you little rascal, let go of your master right now." And just like that, 2 quiet days passed. Today was the Zhao family matriarch's birthday banquet. Su Jin quietly packed her blessing papers into her bag. At that moment, someone knocked on the door. Su Zhengguang's voice came from outside the door. When Su Jin stepped out, she saw Su Zhengguang looking worried. Jin, you're about to meet your grandmother. Are you nervous?" Su Jin calmly said, "No." Hearing that she wasn't nervous, he felt slightly more at ease. "Good to hear. I've prepared 2 birthday gifts. I'll give you yours later." But Su Jin said, "No need. I have a gift for her." Su Zhengguang looked at his daughter's backpack, wondering if it was those weird talisman papers. This is a birthday banquet after all. Still, Grandma will probably like it. Su Jin turned back and said, "No need. She'll like what I give her. I'm going to offer incense to the ancestral master before we leave." Su Zhengguang looked confused. He felt something wasn't quite right. "You can offend anyone, just don't offend a Taoist girl, or you'll definitely be unlucky." Knowing she was going to Grandma's birthday today, Su Jin offered incense before leaving. She even asked the ancestral master if he was satisfied with her trial disciple. Although Chu Lin looked a little clueless, she was sincere and rich. As soon as Su Jin finished talking, the incense suddenly flared up. She grinned. "As long as you're satisfied, old man." Just then, Chu Lin came running over calling, "Master, I've got the car ready. I'll take you to the Zhao family. I cover all the details. Aren't I great?" Seeing her expectant look, Su Jin quickly said, "Very good. Keep it up next time." Chu Lin obediently replied, "It's my honor to serve master." That left Su Jin a little speechless. Even Su Zhengguang on the side looked helpless. This Chu family young master's brain might not be the best either. But Chu Lin didn't notice anything odd. She put on sunglasses and got in the car. Driving herself, she kept to her own tune, cheerfully singing, "It's a good day today," believing all her wishes would come true. She was happy, but others were suffering. She truly fit the saying, "Others charge for singing, but yours is life-threatening." The other 2 passengers could only silently endure it. Soon, they arrived at the Zhao family's gate. Chu Lin quickly opened the door for Su Jin. She politely said, "Master, please take it slow." Su Jin was speechless. "You don't have to go this far." Chu Lin immediately protested, "No way. As a disciple, I must handle everything for master." Su Jin again found herself without words. This disciple really had no flaws. Once the 3 reached the gate, Chu Lin quickly noticed all the high-profile guests. It seemed Zhao Grandma's birthday banquet was being well respected. Everyone who could come, came. Someone from the Zhao family spotted Su Zhengguang. He warmly greeted, "Ah, our in-laws are here. This way, please. Right this way." But unexpectedly, he led the 3 of them to a side door. The implication was clear. Chu Lin instantly got mad. How dare they disrespect her master? But Su Jin told her to stay calm, saying she'd handle it. Seeing her master step forward, Chu Lin backed off. Su Jin snapped her fingers. Then calmly said, I'm guessing. The Zhao family's front door must be broken. Otherwise, why would they let VIPs like us enter through the side? The next second, there was a loud bang. Someone cried out, the door. The door fell down. Today is the old lady's 70th birthday banquet. And yet the main gate has fallen? What a terrible omen. Su Jin chuckled. Good thing we didn't go that way. Chu Lin was overjoyed. Master, you really can predict the future. When will I ever reach your level? Su Jin smiled. Predict the future? I caused it. Hearing this, Su Jungguang wiped cold sweat from his forehead, thinking, this girl is ruthless. At that moment, the Zhao household was in chaos. The steward quickly told everyone to clean up. They still had an important guest to welcome. Su Jin paid them no mind. But Chu Lin couldn't stop grinning. When Zhao Jing heard the news, his face turned dark, thinking he'd have to let Lu Jining enter through the side gate. He didn't care why the gate collapsed. He scolded everyone harshly. Zhao Man told him not to worry. Someone must be jealous of our Zhao family. Not everyone can invite someone like young Master Lu. Let me explain it to him myself later. I'm sure he'll understand. Zhao Jing felt she had a point, and finally relaxed. A veteran businessman of over 40 years, outdone by his own daughter's composure. As soon as Su Jin's group entered the Zhao house, a servant called out to them, Mr. Su, Miss Su, the old lady invites you in. When Su Jin saw Chu Lin wanted to follow, she quickly said, why don't you look around a bit first? Chu Lin pouted and said sadly, got it, master. He dared not disobey. As he walked away, he muttered, I'd rather stay home with ancestor. The servant smiled and said, Miss Su, Mr. Su, this way please. After they left, footsteps slowly approached. It was someone arriving at the Zhao residence. To celebrate the old lady's birthday, Lu Jining. Chu Lin was thrilled to see him. He waved happily and called, cousin. Over here, your good cousin is here. Watching Chu Lin bouncing around, Lu Jining was a bit confused. But just then, a figure suddenly appeared between them. Senior brother, long time no see. Zhao Man smiled warmly at Lu Jining. But this steel-hearted man didn't care. Senior brother, I'm Zhao Man. We went to the same university. We met a few times. Do you still remember me? Lu Jining squinted and smiled. Then said, no memory. Anyone would say something nice. To save face for a beauty. But not Lu Jining, he only focused on work. Luckily, Zhao Man managed her expression well. She smiled awkwardly. Of course, a busy man like you wouldn't remember someone as plain as me. Lu Jining was slick. He added smoothly, you're right. Just then, Chu Lin ran over and said, cousin, you ditched me for a girl. I've been calling you forever. Lu Jining calmly replied, I heard. Just got held up. Chu Lin quickly asked, by who? Lu Jining replied, don't know her. Zhao Man, completely ignored, was furious. Then Chu Lin dragged Lu Jining away. Cousin, let me tell you something hilarious. Ha ha ha, it's killing me. Lu Jining looked annoyed. Can you laugh after telling it? Chu Lin tried to stay serious. Did you come in through the side gate? Lu Jining looked puzzled. Yeah? Why? Chu Lin burst out laughing again. Zhao Man watched them laughing together, while she was completely ignored. She was so angry her face turned green, silently cursing, damn it, damn it. Meanwhile, Su Jin and Su Jungguang were led to a side hall. Su Jungguang was quite puzzled. He didn't understand why the old lady wanted to see Su Jin. In a secluded side hall with no one else present, did she really dislike Ajin that much? He suddenly felt it was a mistake to bring Su Jin here today. Su Jin, however, didn't care where the meeting happened. But after waiting for so long, still no one came. She walked up to the maid and said, go tell your old lady this. I only came to deliver a birthday gift. I'll give her 10 minutes. She can choose to meet me, or not. The maid responded politely, please wait a moment, Miss Su. I'll go ask the old lady right away. But in her heart, she scoffed, who are you pretending to be? You're just a fallen young miss. After the maid left, Su Jungguang began, Ajin. But Su Jin cut him off before he could finish. I told you, I'm just here to deliver the gift. Once I'm done, I'm leaving. That's all. Su Jungguang didn't understand. Ajin, aren't you upset? Su Jin replied with a question, why should I be? There's a natural order to all things in this world. Still, no one came to the side hall. Su Jin knew then that her grandmother wasn't coming. Looks like to her grandmother, she really meant nothing. She turned to Su Jungguang and said, wait here. I'm heading out for a bit. Then she turned and left. Su Jungguang quickly asked, where are you going? I'll come with you. Su Jin was so unwelcome at her grandmother's house. But she didn't care at all. She never had feelings for her grandmother anyway. She came only because she was invited, but was led to a side hall and left waiting without a word. Even a saint would get angry. She sent a maid to ask. But even after waiting again, still no one came. So Su Jin left the side hall with Su Jungguang. Meanwhile, the scornful maid returned to the old lady and said respectfully, Madam, Miss Su said she wanted to visit you. Naturally, she didn't repeat Su Jin's actual words. The old lady just scoffed lightly. The one who ruined the Shu family and now the Chu family too. She didn't even finish. Put down her cup with a cold snort. If not for her, my daughter wouldn't be dead. I don't want to see her. Go send her away right now. She had thought Su Jin was close to Chu Lin. If that were true, she could use her to get to Lu Jining. But now, that wasn't needed at all. The maid asked what she should say. The old lady waved her hand impatiently. Say whatever you want, as long as she leaves. The maid accepted and left. The old lady then turned to another maid and asked, has young Master Lu arrived? The maid replied respectfully, he has. The earlier maid slowly made her way to the side hall. She opened the door and said cheerfully, apologies, Miss Su, our old lady. But she stopped mid-sentence. The room was already empty. At that moment, Su Jin and Su Jungguang were wandering the Zhao estate. Chu Lin was off stuffing her face. She had none of the manners expected of a rich heiress. Whereas Lu Jining looked completely composed. Chu Lin soon spotted Su Jin in the crowd. She suddenly pulled on Lu Jining, who was sipping wine, making him spit out his drink. She happily shouted, Master. I'm here, Master. Hearing someone call, Master. Su Jin stopped in her tracks. Behind her, Su Jungguang was panting heavily. Seeing the two of them, Su Jin smiled and said, unlucky ghosts number 2 and number 3. You're both here too? Hearing Su Jin's words, they both looked completely confused. The surrounding onlookers were also stunned. Really, as young Master Lu? Who would have thought the Zhao family could invite him? This trip was totally worth it. Let's be honest, we all came to see young Master Lu. Su Jin didn't pay attention to the murmurs around her. She just wondered why all these people were following her. She walked up to Lu Jining and said, what are you doing here? Lu Jining calmly replied, the Zhao family invited me. Hearing her master's question, Chu Lin scornfully added, cousin thinks grandma is your maternal elder. So he accepted the invitation to attend the birthday banquet. Who would have thought the Zhao family would be so rude, making us enter through the side door? My cousin only came for your sake, master. And yet the Zhao family dares treat us like this? So ungrateful. Su Jin calmly replied, it's fine. I have my reasons for coming. Good intentions mistaken for ill will. That phrase once again proved true for Su Jin. She came to attend her grandmother's birthday by invitation, only to be coldly dismissed. Fortunately, Su Jin didn't mind. She just planned to deliver the gift and leave. Meanwhile, old Madame Zhao was basking in flattery. Even the noble young masters of Qingcheng can't stop coming to your door. Little man even knows young Master Lu. No one in Qingcheng can compare to him. Zhao Man shyly brushed her hair and said, Aunties, you flatter me. I'm just an ordinary person. The ladies all thought she was being modest. But old Madame Zhao couldn't stop smiling. Little man and young Master Lu are only college classmates for now. What you're all suggesting is too early. But just then, a voice called out, Old Madame Zhao. Everyone was startled. Who yelled so loudly? Do they not know where they are? Old Madame Zhao frowned in anger. She didn't expect Su Jin to show up. Zhao Man muttered bitterly. She wasn't even embarrassed by the side door. Typical thick-skinned country girl. Su Jin ignored what they thought. She calmly said, Old Madame Zhao. I have something to say to you. The other ladies nearby whispered to each other. Who is that? You don't know? She's the girl the Su family got back. The one who cursed Zhao's daughter to death. That's her. What a disaster. She's the reason the Shu family was ruined. Hearing the whispers, old Madame Zhao looked at Su Jin with disgust. But with all the guests present, she forced out a smile. You've grown up so much. You must have had a tough life. Su Jin saw through her awful acting, and she even tried to pat her head. Su Jin raised her hand to block it. I know you don't want to see me. And honestly, I'm busy too. So I'll leave after giving my gift. Old Madame Zhao's face changed. What's this girl playing at? Is she trying to ruin the party? Su Jin brushed her hand away and said, this birthday gift has 8 characters. Remember them well, old madam. Misfortune enters the home. Wealth won't last. Old Madame Zhao's expression twisted. She pointed at Su Zhengguang and shouted, this is the daughter you raised? Then everyone shouted, where's the master? She turned and vanished again. Lu Jining calmly said, why are you staring? They probably went to the main hall. Soon, they ran into Zhao Man and old Madame Zhao. Zhao Man quickly introduced her grandmother. Old Madame Zhao put on a different face when she saw Lu Jining. Young Master Lu, such an honor. I'm truly grateful. Lu Jining looked displeased upon seeing Zhao Man. Before he could speak, he saw Su Jin waving from behind. Good disciple, there you are. Chu Lin beamed at the sight of Su Jin. Yes, master, I've come to pick you up. Chu Lin grabbed Lu Jining and walked past the two of them. He casually greeted everyone like usual. Su Jin smiled at the sight. You look pretty healthy. Seems you're recovering well. Seeing them chatting happily, Zhao Man cursed bitterly in her heart. She dares flirt with young Master Lu in front of me? I'll make sure that little wretch dies miserably. Su Jin suddenly sneezed. She didn't know where that intense hatred came from. But Lu Jining seemed concerned. Master Su, are you alright? Su Jin looked up at Lu Jining. Zeze, these rotten love entanglements are terrifying. Chu Lin noticed her master wasn't even looking at her. She quickly said, Master, why are you only staring at cousin? Why don't you look at me? Su Jin ignored her. She took out 2 talismans and handed them to Lu Jining. One for you, one for Madame Lu. Keep them on you. Lu Jining was stunned. Master Su, why are you suddenly giving me this? Chu Lin also curiously asked, yeah, master. Why are you suddenly giving cousin a talisman? Su Jin answered solemnly, heaven's secrets cannot be revealed. These are heavenly thunder talismans. They're very powerful. Just keep them with you. Lu Jining was deeply touched. Master Su, you're too kind. The next second, Su Jin calmly pulled out her phone. Heavenly thunder talismans are 500 each now. Just transfer me 1,000. Everyone was completely thrown off by Su Jin. But Su Jin didn't care what they thought. Making money is the true path. She waved and said, young Master Lu, leave Qingcheng as soon as possible. Old Madame Zhao looked on in disbelief. She couldn't believe that the disaster she spoke of was so close to Lu Jining. Zhao Man, seeing how they ignored her, cursed over and over in her heart, damn it, damn it. All of you deserve to die.